Yo, what is good, everybody, homies? What's good? What a great day it is. We're feeling good. We're feeling nice. We got the dog. What's up, Adam? What's good, dog? It's funny that I say dog because we have a dog right here and he's just chilling. Absolutely chilling. He is very, very needy, as you all know. If I'm not literally petting him, then he's not okay. But he's fine. Yo, what's good, Tip? What's good? You guys are feeling good? That's good. You guys got some good times going on there, some good vibes, some good weather. Yo, it's my guy, Greg. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? You know, Greg, I just recently told a story about a Krispy Kreme because, you know, I just love telling the story about how it literally changes perspective on donuts. I'll never forget your face, Greg. It was one of true bliss. New Japanese set came out today and we got a sick pool. Yo, wait, what if you... Wait, so you got like the Japanese set? And are you gonna flip the Japanese cards? Or are you just keeping them for yourself? And it's been raining? Dang, that sounds kind of gloomy. But you know what? This song in the background is perfect. Absolutely perfect for a gloomy day. Okay, sick. Yeah, you collect both. Yes, sir. Please, if you haven't gone, please make sure to go to Frog TCG on TCG Player. I have never been the same. Oh, man. You haven't been the same, Greg? Oh, my God. That actually makes me really happy to hear. Because as soon as I'm ready to, I'm going to Krispy Kreme. I miss it so much. I miss it oh so much. Japanese has way better pull rates. Wait, do they? Well, actually, you know, I've heard about that in Yu-Gi-Oh! But I thought Pokemon was just more consistent overall. I thought they were just more fair with their pulls. Music is quiet. I turned it up a little bit. It should be a bit better now. No Japanese stuff there. No Japanese stuff on Frog TCG. Dang, unfortunate. I rescind my endorsement. And I endorse it in a new way by saying you should go there anyway. Because it's a great place to get your Pokemon cards. What do you mean they're weird about Japanese cards? I see people selling Korean Yu-Gi-Oh cards literally all the time. Whenever like a new set comes out or something, or a highly like rare card, they will put the Korean card because it lists with all the other English cards. Even if it says Korean, it's like in small text, so there's no way. Yeah, exactly. There's no place for them. So they just put them under where all the English cards are. So people get confused and think they're buying an English version, but oops, sorry, it says Korean, it says in the description. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, they're honestly kind of scummy about it. I haven't gotten fooled by it, but I know one day I will. One day I will. But that day won't be today. All right. So how'd you guys' day go yesterday? I know you were all out, like, and about, going, hanging out with Kennedy and stuff, leaving me all alone with Caleb and oh my goodness, Shock Trooper. Yeah. Where'd you guys end up going? Oh no, you watched Twilight? Ooh, unfortunate, honestly. Super unfortunate. I'm sorry you guys had to go through that. Making you guys go through the series? Aren't there like 5 movies? I'm having fun. It's a disaster. Nah, I couldn't do it. It was doing too much for me. Maybe not enough. I don't really know. It was not it for me at all, actually. It was not. Also, everybody, we have new, because I know most of you weren't here yesterday. We have new stuff to spend your points on. They're all wizard based, so you got that stuff going on. So yes, please enjoy your new way to spend your points. There was a lot of points, but I would assume, as a matter of fact, point check. What are your guys' points right now? Yes, Pet Wizard for 50K in the recession. Oh wait, you're only at 104K? Oh wait, hold on a second. Okay, actually, I assumed you guys were like at 700,000. I thought you guys were at way more. I mean, if you want, you can spend your points right now. Hey, just know I will lower. Or Adam, you could spend 100,000 to give him a treat. I think I have it set at 100,000. I actually don't remember. I don't remember what I have it at actually. It could be 100,000. It could be not 100,000. There we go. He just happened to be on camera. Beautiful. Yeah, I thought you guys were like way past, cause like what's the rate of points? I actually don't even know. Like, do you guys get like 50 points for like every minute you're on the stream or something like that? I don't remember. Oh, also, you guys might not have even noticed. Or I don't know if you guys were here when I did it, but yeah, Wizard got a haircut. He's all brand new. He's all cut. Look at him. Look at him. 10 every 5 minutes? Okay. All right, well, you know, it's that is good to know. That is good to know. I know he's looking so good. He's looking so clean. Yes, sir. We sure do love a clean wizard. So actually a funny story. When I brought him to the grooming place, because he has never been groomed professionally before. He's a teacup Pomeranian. So I took him to Petco, and he was shaky the whole time. One time we went to a vet visit, he like had a seizure and passed out and stuff. So it was a gamble, to be honest. But when we got there, I handed him over to the lady, and he started peeing. He just started peeing, and I was like, "Oh no, he peed on me." Then she grabbed him, and I was like, "Oh," and she was like, "Oh, is he done, or is he still peeing?" I was like, "Oh, he's still peeing." He peed a lot more on her than he did on me. Then apparently he pooped on the ground when she let him start walking. But I was like behind the counter, so that was unfortunate. But he did let her groom him, so that's pretty cool. He was looking so fresh and so clean. We're gonna try to do this more regularly for him, so he can, you know, he can look nice more often. His hair grows out super duper fast, so I imagine him turning into a floof ball. I don't know, and probably like the next month he'll be super floofy again, but we'll see. We got him de-shedded. We got him, he got bathed. He got his teeth brushed. Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good. He's starting doing a new thing. He's been chasing his tail. I don't know what that's about. That's new. So I guess maybe he hasn't seen it ever. So this is new to him, I guess. But he'll be doing he'll be a lot more active in the background if you guys see him. So all right, you ready, Sydney? Perfect. Let's go ahead and get the homie up. All right. Boop. Hello. Oh wait, I have you. Okay, say some more words.
Hello. I need to turn you dramatically up. Give me a moment.
All right. What are you doing, Doc?
Am I going the right way? No.
She's a little quiet.
Right way.
Let me turn her up. Okay, say more words.
Okay, I'm saying more words. I'm so sorry about being late.
Wow, I can't believe it, Sydney. I truly no. I thought I was just talking because I had stories, so I didn't know you weren't ready.
No.
So it works out.
Stuck, and you know when like something is a problem, and then you're like convinced that it's this big, massive deal, and then somebody else comes and looks at the problem, and they're like, actually, you just need to do this.
Yep.
I could not get the sound to come out of these headphones while they were plugged in, and I couldn't turn them on. I unplugged them and I tried to press the power button, and that didn't work. So I'm like, okay, I guess I have to leave them plugged in. No sound, not a single sound. Settings is bugged and it won't open. And I finally message Adam. I'm like, help, please.
Ow.
He unplugs them and presses the power button, and they work.
Wow, that's crazy. Actually crazy. Yo, the equivalent of did you unplug it and plug it back in again? Adam, the GOAT. Oh my, good job, Adam. Thanks for saving the stream. I appreciate it. All right, Sydney, how are you doing?
Now I'm good.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. Are you ready to talk about some fantastic Disney movies today?
Yeah, I am. It was a really good week.
I agree for the most part.
What?
Let's talk about these movies. I think we can forego our usual explanation. I feel like everybody here probably knows. Yo, what's good, Dan? What's good? You're here just in time to hear us talk about Mulan, Atlantis, and Winnie the Pooh. So you know what? Oh, Kennedy's here too. What's good? Welcome, welcome. Just in time. As you guys know, we have our grading criteria right here. You guys know what the deal is. Kennedy was part of it too. You guys already know. I'm here for Winnie the Pooh. Oh, I bet you are. So, the first movie we're going to be talking about today, the one that came out before all these, Mulan. So, Sydney, tell me about your views of, well, I guess we typically do like characters first. So, yeah, tell me about your characters for this movie.
I think all the characters in this movie are like shockingly memorable, and I really love that about them. I remember that Mulan came out, and it was one of the first times that like I remember McDonald's toys. And I don't remember the Szechuan sauce, probably because I was like 2 and really only liked ketchup at the time. But I do remember the toys, and I remember liking every single character attached to them, because there was like Yao, and he was the short angry man.
Yep.
And there was Tian Po, and he's just a big giant lump full of love. And there's Ling, who's like strangely gangly, but it's like really comedic physical humor.
He is stick.
There's Shang, the literal bicon.
Bicon? What?
Have you never heard that term?
What the freak is a bicon?
He's a bi-icon.
No, he's not.
Chris, he was down bad for Ping.
No, he was not.
Oh, he was.
Literally zero shot he was. What are you talking about? What?
No.
They don't have bi people in San Antonio. He wasn't. I didn't see any love interest in him as Ping. For the whole movie until the end, for that matter.
Chris, he was willing to give his life to Ping. There's a moment in Be a Man where Ping kicks him in the face, and he looks at him like, shit. I'm into that.
He was proud. Proud. He was like, wow, like you're really out here getting strong. What do you mean? What's happening? Why does everybody say he is a bicon? Chris is new to this. Well, I've never heard this term before. So no, he's trying to get. I'm done. No, he was not. Are we watching the same movie?
I've been here less than 10 minutes and I've already caused distress.
What? I'm trying to think of the instances, and I'm not seeing it. I'm gonna need. What we're gonna talk about this later, because I'm gonna need instances.
Need to have like a Emperor's New Groove where we pause and we like explain every frame.
We're gonna have to explain. We're gonna have to explain every single frame of where he was a bicon, because obviously I didn't see it. I mean, all I'm saying is, as soon as he found out he was a girl, he was like, "That's a turnoff." So if anything, that makes him gay. If I'm gonna keep it a band, but you know that's neither here nor there.
He's bi with a male lean.
Nah, hard
Because
disagree.
he was disgusted, and then he grew on her. He's like, oh, but wait, you're still them. If anything, maybe he's pan.
Nah, I'm gonna need to watch a 30-minute YouTube essay on why Shang is bi, and then maybe I will truly understand.
Exists.
Oh, I know. YouTube has everything. Oh, I believe it. I'm sure Kennedy is on it making the video right now as we speak. I'm sure Kennedy already has her whole editing squad on it. But yeah, I think the character. Oh wait, were you done with the characters? Actually,
We didn't even talk about Mulan.
yeah, I know.
Oh, Mulan is incredible. Literally, like, a model for any human being ever, who tells you to, like, follow your heart and what you want in life. She's a go-getter. Literally willing to, like, risk it all to save her family. And then we get to the villain, and it's Shan Yu. And I was horrified of Shan Yu as a kid.
Yeah.
And he's still creepy now.
He's scary.
He opens his mouth, and I'm like, this man could harm me. Deeply.
Not could, would.
Would, 100%.
He would.
Yeah, I love all the characters, and they all have their all funny quirks, and they're all just delightful. And the side characters are great. I love Khan, and Mushu is like chef's kiss. He is a great companion. Chef's kiss.
Yeah, I think all the characters were very, very good, very, very memorable. Yeah, the Three Stooges, that's what I'm calling them, because that's literally what they are, actually. They were, what's the word? They had their own character development arc, and I very much so appreciated that. They learned to like Mulan in the best song montage, which was I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool. I was like, okay, all right, so we could see like them developing like, a relationship kind of like that, and I think that's pretty cool. Mushu was cool until he directly affected the plot in a major way. I mean, okay, he was still cool after that, but this one thing really, I don't know. I guess it reminded me of the gargoyles from whatchamacallit, Beauty and the Beast, where they shot the cannon out of the thing and gave away their position, and then people were actually getting shot and harmed, and it like spurred out like part of like the conflict and plot. I was like, all right, like, so that was a little annoying, like with him personality wise, because it seemed like he was screwing stuff up. But for the most part, it was all comedic and for the bit. I'm down with that. Yeah, everybody I think made sense in character. I had no qualms with anybody really. The attendant guy, I guess, but I guess his main point was to be the foil of everybody, like narratively, or to like keep. I don't know. He was weird, but whatever. Mulan was great. Obviously, strong female lead. You gotta love it. She's so good. She was very awkward in the beginning. Honestly, maybe a little too cringeworthy. If I'm gonna keep it a band. When she was trying to pretend. When she was trying to pretend to be a boy, I was like, it's kind of cringe. I had to fast forward through a little bit of the part. I was like, man, this is
But those are so funny.
No, I do not do well with cringe, honestly.
Oh, I love the bit where she can't think of a name and she just keeps saying achoo.
I hated that. It made me angry. I was like, you can't think of a name. A name? But it's fine.
She didn't think that far ahead.
And maybe she should have.
Being a man and looking the part and trying to fit in, and she was following Mushu's advice. It's like when you think about the whole lie and then they bring something up and you're like, I didn't consider that part.
It just, but when she was going through it, it was just so cringe. It was so cringe. Funny. Also, when she was like, when she walked into the captain, she like, hey, and she tried to like spit and stuff. I was like, oh, this is so bad. Oh, that's kind of strong. It did, Tiff. It did. I'm gonna keep it a stack. It did make me kind of angry, but that was only a small part of the movie. Like 9.8 part of the movie, she was absolutely great. I love Mulan's character. I love what she was trying to do. I love what she was about. Especially at the end when she was like, "I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm gonna save China, with the best of my ability." Chef's kiss, love it. Uh, yeah, yeah. Characters were great. I think they deserve pretty much highest marks. I can't think of a whole lot uh that they're missing.
No,
What
they're perfect.
Yeah, I think
I was
I
laughing at
think they're
Adam's
great.
comment.
Oh, what did he say? Oh no. Cringy and deny rough outing so far for good. What do you mean? And denying the gays? I didn't even say. What do you mean? I'm done. I'm done. That's literally not even what happened. That's not even what happened. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. All right. Characters get a 10 out of 10. Easy 10 out of 10. I think that's what the theme of this is. Unforgettable ensembles. All right. So next up we have story. Yeah, I thought the story was very very good. I love how well it ebbed and flowed with Mulan's character. She was so like a free spirit, and she definitely did not fit into like the hierarchy based on her interview to be a what is it called?
A wife?
Mm, I mean, I guess it was a wife. Was that it? Was that just an interview to be a wife?
With the matchmaker? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
She was just
Yeah.
looking to become a wife.
Yeah. That interview to be a wife, she definitely didn't. She definitely didn't fit into that. But then she like steals the father's thing, scroll, and went out in his name. And that seemed on brand from what we saw. She was out here like talking to like those army people when they first came up trying to take her dad. She was like, "No, you can't." She's talked up to her father like, "Oh, you can't do this." So you could tell she didn't play by the rules of society. So I think everything pretty much made sense in context with her and everything that she was trying to do. So I liked everything that was going on with that. I love like the Hun being the enemy because they're just evil. They're just evil. They just want conquest. I learned a little bit about history. I know they just want to just kill and take over land and just do whatever. So you know what? I'm fine with that. I like that being the threat, because they're like in an army and they're trying to take over their nation. So it all makes sense. It all makes sense.
Does
The
that mean you
climax.
liked the white people as the enemy in Pocahontas?
No. No, I did not I did not like them because they weren't trying to facade like they were doing something good. Like they knew they were doing something bad, but they're like, we're going to do it anyway. In Pocahontas, they were like, oh hey, we're here for gold, and you know what? This is good for us. They're like, nah, we're just evil. Like it's on site. So yeah, then the end, you have the whole like climax Mulan. She's like, yeah, they're coming, and I'm not gonna stop, trying to convince you guys. I'm gonna do whatever I can with or without you guys. And whole thing blow up, fight bad guy win. Great story. Very easy to follow, and I think it all made sense. So very, very good. I don't really think I had any qualms with the story. I don't think I did. So for me, this is pretty much 10 out of 10 for me. But what are your thoughts, Sydney?
Oh, the story itself is great. I love how it, like you said, ebbs and flows. There's so much narrative that's told in this movie in such a short amount of time, and I think that it also does a really great job of providing commentary, like you said, on gender and roles in society. And the beginning definitely establishes that Mulan is not the ideal wife or would make an ideal fit, and that's reflective when you see it, the parents talking. They're like really frustrated because back then that was like your way of getting money essentially, and they seem pretty well off, but it's the fact that it's like you're our only child and we just want what's right for you, which at the time was just like, we want to see you succeed, we want you with a good husband. And Mulan's like, no, I'm gonna make my own destiny, and I'm gonna figure this out. And ultimately, she gets to that point, but she really just wants to protect her dad, which is just so noble and sweet and selfless. And I think that that's just such a good message to just tell everybody to just like do what your heart tells you. Screw society sometimes. just throw it all away. Throw all those rules away, and do whatever you feel in your heart is what you need to do.
In your heart of hearts, of course.
In your heart of hearts, protect your dad.
May your
protect
heart be
your
your
elderly
key.
father who literally would have died day one.
No. He would have been fine. He would have been fine.
No, he wouldn't have. He would have tripped.
His leg is just a little hurt. He would have been fine.
I think if he showed up with a cane, they would have thrown it away.
Nah.
There's no place
Shang
for
wouldn't be
canes
like that. Shang wouldn't be like that. Shang was nicer than that. You know, whatever.
The characters also fit super well into the story, and they grow with the narrative too. Because Mulan learns her lesson that she doesn't need to be one role or the other. She can be a combination of both. And you also see that with the guys. Like in the beginning, they hate her. They want to just like mess with her.
Yep.
And then it's a really natural level of friendship where like they go into the stream area and they're like, "Oh, hey, let's start over." And it's like kind of forced and awkward because Mulan's in that situation. But over the Girl We're Fighting For song, you see it kind of just like naturally turn into just like, "Oh, I'm just one of the guys hanging out with my friends." I love that it's
boys.
It's such a natural flow for them. And then there's the part where it's like, "Oh, you betrayed us," but they also, you can see it on their faces. They're not happy about it.
They're not. Yeah, you're right.
When Shang had the opportunity to kill her, they were screaming like, "No!" Because at the end of the day, that's their friend. So they also don't care about the law and society. They want to help her. They're just peer pressured into not. Great commentary. Don't listen to society.
True, 100%. Yeah, I loved it. You also, like, to piggyback off, like, you know, them being their friends, like at the end where they're like they're all being heralded as heroes, but they're all like hanging their heads low because they're like, we're not the real heroes. It's really Ping. But Ping couldn't be here because Ping's not really. Oh, they were kind of sad. They're like, you know, we kind of don't deserve it. Honestly, it should have been.
I mean, they didn't.
Yeah, like, you know,
she did cause the avalanche that killed the majority of the Han army.
As a matter of fact, you know what? That avalanche did end up on their side, but it very well could have not. So, you know, let's not act like, you know, it couldn't have gone very poorly where everybody died. But I guess they were all going to die regardless, probably, right? So it's like, take the chance or do a definite death. All right, you know, I guess you made the right choice in the end. All right. But yeah, still very good. Story, what are you thinking for a score?
I think a 10 out of 10. I think it's a great story, and it has some great subtext and great commentary about gender, society, and just your role in life in general. And to just listen to your heart.
Beautiful. Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. Now, all right, we're going to the music section. So, in the past, I would say, wow, Mulan's soundtrack is amazing. It's one of the best. And it wasn't until this time that I realized, like, Mulan's soundtrack isn't really all that amazing. They have, like, a arguably top 5, maybe top 3 Disney song.
You actually hurt me with that statement.
But, like, all their other songs, they're just like okay to good. Like, it's not an amazing soundtrack like I used to think it was. It's just like, it's just good. It's just a good soundtrack. It held up immensely by Be a Man. Like, immensely held up by Be a Man. Like, it's such a hard carry. But the other tracks, they're just like, I don't know, they're just okay. Even the A Woman Worth Fighting For, I was like, nah, this is just all right. This is just all right. And the first song or whatever, that didn't even really get good until Mulan started singing. In which case, I was like, all right, this is a lot better. But you know, the other songs just did not hit. Like, do we even have? All right, I'm not trying to get super. Like, there's just nothing really here that sticks out besides "Be a Man." I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Nothing that sticks out except "Be a Man." Not one of the greatest "I Want" songs ever in Reflection. Literally a staple of karaoke everywhere.
Reflection. I mean, it was good when Mulan started singing, but there's
she sings the whole time.
No, there's like it's like she doesn't even start to like it's like over a minute in. Okay, maybe like 57 seconds in. But my point stands. It did not really stand out too great to me, at least. It didn't hit me like I wanted it to. And I was actually really sad because I was like, yo, this soundtrack is baller. So I went into this thinking it was going to be like amazing, but I came out a little underwhelmed, honestly.
I came into this knowing the soundtrack was amazing, and I left feeling like, wow, the soundtrack is amazing. I refuse to accept that you don't like Reflection. Or we're fighting for.
I didn't even say I don't like Reflection.
For its narrative use in the movie.
Wait, what are you talking about? I didn't say I didn't like Reflection. I said it was good. I was like, yeah, you know, it's good. Like, you know, it's like all right. I didn't say it was bad. What do you mean that's not acceptable?
Good is not acceptable.
Wow! How is that not acceptable?
That song is stunning.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? You know, okay, all right. I
think you do need an essay about the subtext of Mulan, Chris. I really think you do.
I mean, that's not gonna help me like this song any better. It just didn't hit. It wasn't a bop. I'm gonna keep it a band. It was just like, you know, it's a song you listen to the radio, you're like, all right, yeah, you know, this song's cool.
No, this is a song I will belt out at any given point.
Nah, it couldn't be me. I'm sorry, it's not that it couldn't be me. It wouldn't be me. Yeah,
devastating.
It just didn't hit. Like even all like the rest of the songs, like they were all just like, okay, except Be a Man. Be a Man is a hard carry, so I don't think this can be. I honestly don't think the soundtrack can be lower than. I'll be generous and say an 8 because Be a Man is such a hard carry. But it's kind of hard for me to give it more than an 8.
It's a 10.
No, it's definitely not a 10. Absolutely not.
No, it's a 10, Chris.
No, it's not. It's literally not a 10.
I assure you, Chris. Just like get really sad and then listen to Reflection and just let that sink in.
I get really sad. Well, unfortunately, that's not today, and I can't. This is not a 10 out of 10 soundtrack. Absolutely not.
Should I have played that song that one time you got like a B on your chemistry exam?
What?
You got really sad at one of the VGA nights.
I literally don't even remember that. I'm so over Man.
Greg. I agree. I am over Man Out of You. And it's just because everybody's like, oh my god, it's Shang singing this. That means I can just scream.
Well, I think, I don't go to too many karaoke things, so it never gets old to me. I listen to it every once in a while. I'm like, man, this song is still a banger. It's so good. The whites yet ruin another. Wait, what happened? Wait, I'm sorry. Maybe I missed it.
They're always the ones who insist on singing Man Out of You.
But it's a great song. Can you blame anybody? It's a fantastic song.
I can blame the whites for overplaying it.
For overplaying it? Is it overplayed?
At karaoke nights and shit. Or like opportunities where there's like an ensemble of people who are just singing for fun.
I feel like that's fair. What do you mean? No way. Okay, maybe I'm crazy. I think that makes sense because it's a great song to just belt out and sing. I'm gonna keep it a band. I think it's perfectly okay to do that, especially at karaoke night. You can do
And
it
is
every
it
single
not
karaoke
perfectly
night.
okay to do the same for Reflection? A
No,
heart-wrenching song in which Mulan is literally pouring her heart and soul into, and
it's
is
just
performed by
okay.
the stunning Lea Salonga.
It's just okay. It's okay to good. Like I'm not even saying it's bad. If you want to sing, I'm like, yeah, it's a good song to sing. Like, okay, yeah, it's fine. Okay. It's yeah, that's the problem. It's great to yell out randomly. And that makes it good. Well, I mean, if you're in karaoke, like it's good. Like obviously, if you do anything just randomly, it's gonna be annoying in general for the most part, especially if it's overdone. But in a karaoke setting, I think that's totally fine. But yeah, I personally cannot give this anywhere near a 10. A 9, honestly stretching it. if
I'll
I'm
take the
being honest,
stretch.
you'll take the stretch.
I will take the stretch. I will concede and give this a 9, but I refuse to give it an 8.
Eh.
I narrated literally the first half hour of this movie. I was just sitting in this room, I watched the movie, and I just mouthed all the words along with it. In the tone of the characters. I watched far too much Mulan, and I had this one on cassette as well.
All right. I'll give it the 9. We'll give it the 9. All right. I guess I can do that. That's fine. That's still a high score, obviously, because Mulan's a great movie. But antagonist villains. What were your thoughts on the antagonists / villains?
Shan Yu's horrifying. He's like one of the few Disney villains who I remember actually killing somebody. That part where they intercept the two Chinese messengers, and they like tell them like, oh, go tell your emperor to send his strongest men, we'll be ready. And then he's like, how many men does it take to deliver a message? And that one guy sneers and says 1. And then I was like, oh, that man's dead.
That was so cold. That was so cold. Any more thoughts?
And I'm just like, Shan Yu is just, he's not, he should be funny with how frightening he is, but he's just actually frightening.
Yeah, I thought
he has a scary design, and he sounds horrifying.
He is a model villain. He has just enough charisma to get like a slight, likability in a way, like as a villain, right? Like he's not unlikable as a villain. Like he's likable as a villain, but he's like completely evil. I don't know what it is, but he has like just a tinge of charisma. Like that part where he's like, how many messages does it take to send a message? I was like, sheesh, this dude is cold. Or like when he was what's it called? When he was gathering up his boys when they were all in the forest when they saw a little doll, he's like, oh yeah, we have to give the little girl her doll back. I was like, oh man, this dude doesn't even give a freak about kids. This dude is crazy.
When he picks up the doll and he is like, the little girl was missing her doll. We should return it to her. And he just crushes it in his hand, in his enormous hands. He has claws.
He does because he's evil. I was like, hey, yo, this dude is crazy. Wait, Sean, you taught 3-year-old me how to headbutt. Apparently, I was around headbutting everything for a week after. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. And yo, what's good, Howard? Welcome. We're talking about Mulan. Yeah, we're talking about how the villain antagonist, honestly great. Honestly great. They're kind of the perfect villain for me. They're like the model villain. They don't need a whole lot of setup for what they're doing. They do what they do in the context of the movie, and it makes sense. Just enough charisma. There's no like too much comic relief stuff. I'm like, oh yeah, chef's kiss. That's why I like. Yo, what's good, Abby? I see you in a minute. What's good? Yeah, we're talking about the villains and antagonists of Mulan. And honestly, it's probably gonna get a 5.
I absolutely give Shan Yu a 5. If only because, like, it's like you said, he has, like, no humor in him, and he should be, like, over the top evil where it's, like, funny, but he's actually just frightening. And I will
No.
say, this man has, like, maybe 12 lines in the whole movie, and I know all of them. Every single one is memorable. Even his first line, where the Chinese man is like, "Now all of China knows you're here." And he just burns the flag and he goes, "Perfect."
You know what? I would not doubt that of you since you said you were mouthing the whole movie. So if you knew his lines, that does make sense.
He's got too many good lines.
He does. He does. He reminds me of Thanos, honestly. But yeah, super, super great villain, antagonist. Loved him. All right. Animation and style. Classic Disney animation. Looked really good. Loved it. I don't even really have too much to say about it. Like it's just so standard, like of that time. Like it's just like boom, 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 boom. We have it down pat. We know everything we need to do. I mean, maybe you could say the background looks static at times, but honestly, that's really not bothering me. That's really not bothering me. What are your thoughts?
It doesn't bother me either, and I think just because they're so large in their spaces that they're in. Like I think about the part where they're in the Tung Shao Pass, and you can see all the mountains in the background, and you're just aware of how small they are.
Yeah.
Like I really love when movies can capture scope so well. And I remember when I was little, I always loved the scene where like the Huns come up over the snow ledge, and you're like, oh, they're dramatically outnumbered,
You're like, oh, it's like
and then
that.
it's just so much more obvious this time around as an adult where I'm like, oh, there's like maybe 25 of them. And that's an entire armada.
And it's
And
and
it
it
looks
definitely does
pretty
not look good.
good.
Yeah, they're all very well trained and strong and evil. It's literally not good for anybody that has to face them. That's why Shang's dad died.
The visuals in this movie are also really stunning. When Mulan is at home, it's all very quaint, but the colors are really, really pretty.
I do like
The
my
montage
colors.
sequence in Man Out of You
Oh, so good.
it's really solid.
It's
Even when
really
there's like
good.
the multiple frame switches and like the like I think there's like 30 people who are all in the background all doing the same motions all together. It's so clean.
It
And then you get
is.
to the scene right after um Girl Worth Fighting For, and they pan to the burned down village, and it is
Oh,
so eerie and like crispy, but like horrifying crispy.
there was so much dissonance in that moment.
And that's
Oh
like
my
such
goodness.
that is such a good example of tonal shift that works so well in such a stark, incredibly fast contrast.
Yes. I think they did that moment really well because it's like they didn't like finish the song either. It was like they were singing and then it was just like and you're like,
One of them's mid snowball
oh.
throw.
You said
He's
what?
just he's mid snowball throw. He has like a big pile of snow and he's ready to throw
Yeah.
it and make like a little joke. And then there's like, oh,
And
there's
they're
nobody here.
and yeah, that was a problem. But yeah, oh my goodness, especially the end sequence when Mulan like doing all the fighting and all the fireworks go off. I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. Oh, they have this area looking so good. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. We're giving this a
The
5,
only
right?
the only part that was like a little bit not great looking is when they're in the town and you look out and everybody's just like a little tiny like pill with a head. But admittedly, that's a lot of people to animate.
You're right. You're right. I don't think they'd be able to animate them, fully as much as they'd like to. Maybe if they pan in a little bit. Maybe they could have got some more detail in there.
But it was also 1998. So we just were not there with animation yet.
We weren't.
So if like 2 frames of the movie look a little crispy, That's fine.
That's fine enough for a 5?
Fine enough for a 5.
All right, cool. Next up, we have voice cast / voice acting. What were your thoughts on the voice cast and voice acting?
I don't have a bad thing to say here. Everybody did an incredible job on this movie, and I super like that, people who are Asian are here. That's always nice to see. We love to see when there's a movie set in an Asian country that there are also Asian voices. It's a little strange that I don't know if BD Wong can't sing very well, but it's a little bit sad that he got overdubbed by Donny Osmond for his singing voice.
Oh well, rest in peace.
What do you mean, but why Eddie Murphy? He's so funny as Mushu.
He was perfect as Mushu. He was so good. He was so good. It was so funny. Yeah. Yeah, I thought everybody's voice acting was great. Fantastic. Mulan, definitely perfectly cast. I don't think really anybody was flat or anything like that. I think everybody sounded how they should, and then some. And that's all I got.
I agree. I think that everybody sounds really good, and also the way that their characters design fit their comical voices so well. Because Qian Po is he's all soft spoken and kind of friendly, and Yao sounds like he smokes
He
two
smokes
packs of cigarettes a
cigarettes.
day, and
Hey,
he's
I
angry.
got you.
And Ling is he sounds like somebody who's long and awkward.
And he sounds long and awkward too.
It's his character, it's his voice. That is just the sound of an awkward man.
That's because he is. Now the real question is, which Eddie Murphy comic relief is better, Mushu or Donkey? Definitely Donkey. It's definitely got to be Donkey. I feel like Donkey kind of stomps Mushu if I'm gonna keep it a band. But they were great. But he was great in both. But yeah. But if we're going to voice cast, voice acting, is it a 5, Sydney?
Absolutely.
We already knew. And how did it age? Yeah, I think everything hits here. It ages well, looks wise. What the people who are playing the correct character, people of the Asian people are playing Asian characters. That's great. Let's see the message. That's great. Very very timeless. Stuff we're still dealing with today. Will never go out of style. I don't think. Yeah, am I missing anything? I don't see any bad things. This tells me that this is a pretty much perfect age. Yo, what's up, Caleb? What's good? Not Caleb.
There were 2 jokes really early on that were a little bit unsavory. I can't remember them exactly, but they just were 90s humor. Oh well. And then they moved on really quickly. So I think besides 2 jokes, this movie's still really really funny. The message is incredible, and I think it honestly aged better. I think the time that we're in now, this movie fits better than it did in the 1990s because of its subtext on gender and the commentary on that kind of personal identity.
I agree. I 100% agree. You could take this game in a whole different context, I guess, now than then. Let's see. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if it necessarily aged, at least to me, better. But I could definitely see why you would say that. To me, it seems like it's just always been like. Well, maybe it did age better, but regardless, it still aged very, very, very well, and I don't really have any faults with it, really, honestly. So
Definitely
I feel
5.
Definitely a 5. Oh man, look at Mulan, almost with a clean sweep. Unfortunate the music
It
is
should
not
have had a clean
perfect.
sweep.
Oh, no, no, no. Do not agree. everything else is great. Music, maybe not
That
so
should have been a
much.
50.
Oh, no, sorry. But
I
it
think you did
does
despite
get.
me.
No, I didn't blame it by anybody. But it did do extremely well, and it got a 49, which is amazing. All right. So there we go. Mulan, absolutely fantastic movie. Can still watch it today. I highly recommend you do. Please go watch Mulan if you have not. But seeing as you're all millennials in here and maybe a few Zoomers, I'm sure you have. Next up, the movie Atlantis. This is a movie that I had not seen before. This movie was completely new to me for the most part. I remember falling asleep on it back in the day because I remember being very boring in the beginning. And then I think I caught the end or something like that. But yeah, this was new to me. And honestly, it surprised me, just like Treasure Planet did. For the characters, they were all great except Mole. I did not like Mole at all. I didn't like
You
him as a
didn't
character.
like
No,
Moliere?
no, I didn't. I did not like Mole at all.
Oh,
Like
he just loves dirt.
at any part in the movie, I did not like it. Wait, this is the part where I say, "Where's the song of the song?" I'm done with you, Caleb. Yeah,
Caleb,
at any point in the movie,
we're only doing the Disney Renaissance animated movies. Song of the South is from like the 40s.
I just cannot give them all. But everybody else, they were all well for the most part. There is one character, what's her face? The lieutenant lady. Can I remember her
Helga?
name? Yeah. I didn't really mess with her because I feel like her motivations weren't like. Well, I mean, I guess they were kind of known, but it seemed like they were trying to go in a different direction with her, but then they just kind of didn't. I don't know. That kind of threw me off about her. She was the least impactful side character in this movie, probably. To
I
me
think they just
anyway.
didn't really know what to do with her. Like, they obviously had her as like a bootlicker for
Yeah.
Rourke. And then, like, he betrays her at the end, and she's just mad.
Yeah. I was just kind of like, oh, okay. So I mean, she she didn't really take away anything, but she didn't really add a whole lot, I guess. So not anything crazy.
She was there to shoot a hole in the balloon.
Oh yeah, that is true. She did do that. That was cool. You know, she was there during the important part where Kira was like turning into the old gods and stuff. So they didn't do anything with that. Whatever. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, honestly, if Moliere wasn't in this movie, I might have gave it a 5. But I
That's out of
really
10.
don't. I really don't like. I'm sorry. I would have given this. I would have given this a 9 or a 10. But honestly, Mole, I disliked him so much. I disliked him so much. I kind of want to put him at. I kind of want to put it at an 8. But you might be able to sway me up. But honestly, I really did not like Mole. He was the one that I could not stand. He kind of dragged down the movie a bit for me.
I think I just wanted to give it an 8 overall. And it's just because the characters are very memorable. They all have like their own kind of unique kind of quirks and everything. But some of them get a little bit lost, and it's just because it's such a large ensemble. Like, do you
Do they
remember?
get lost?
Like, they just don't come up as much, and you kind of like flip flop on who's actually involved. Like, the cook kind of disappears at one point. The like old prospector cook, the cranky lady who I think she's in charge of like answering the telephones. I know that's
Yeah.
not the job. They're literally in a submarine. There's nobody to call realistically. But I know that has a term. I don't know what it's called. I don't,
It's
I'm
like
unfamiliar with
comms.
submarine terms.
She was like comms or something like that.
Yeah. I feel like they kind of get lost sometimes. I love Audrey. I love Sweet. Helga, like you said, kind of falters in the end. I couldn't tell about Rourke. And it's just something that I was struggling with the whole time. And we'll get to him when we get to villains. But I think knowing that he flip-flops and like he's the bad guy was like kind of underwhelming because I thought he was more of a twist villain than it was apparent. And then I watched the movie, I'm like, no, this guy sounds bad.
Yeah, it's
Like, his
even in the
voice is a
beginning.
bad man.
No, his voice is literally generic villain. You're like, all right, yeah, it's obviously this guy. It can't be anybody else but this guy.
Like I was just waiting.
It'll be a twist if they didn't make him the villain.
Like I saw him come in, I was like, oh yeah, that's the bad guy. And then he spoke, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the bad guy.
That's the bad guy right there. That's the bad guy.
I thought it was gonna be a tiny bit more subtle. It was not.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely wasn't subtle, but you know, he is a villain. He's almost a villain like Clayton, except with more charisma. So you know what? But it's like a weird mosh. Like if I'm comparing him to Clayton, like Clayton was bad. We knew he was bad. He was doing bad things, but the commander didn't always do bad things. He was bad, and we found out about it later, but he didn't necessarily do bad things until, you know, like middle of the movie, like end of the movie. So, you know, it was a little different. Maybe a little less than Clayton, like in terms of villain wise. Still, we'll get into that. But as a character, you know, yeah, he was fine enough. He was fine.
Yeah. And then there was the demolitions guy too. I kind of forgot about him for a second. I didn't forget him. We didn't mention him. But he was funny.
Yeah, he was funny. I liked him. I had no problems with anybody else. Just Mole. just Mole. So you know what? With that, what you down for an 8?
Yeah, I'm down for an 8.
Yeah, there we.
But I will say I found that first scene with Mole really funny, where Milo sleeps in the bed and he gets really mad at him for disturbing his dirt because they were.
I was mad.
Babies. You're mad? Why?
I was mad. I was like, we asked this guy to come on this adventure, and this guy is telling him to get out because he's on some dirt. What is going on? Why did he put dirt on the? I don't give a freak if he's a geologist. Okay, I'm sick of him. I have not seen Atlantis. Yo, what's good, Tux? What's good, my guy? Yes, sir. Welcome to the chat. We're talking about how the Mole is the worst character in the whole movie. 100%. Hottest Disney cast? But the Mole is in it. And the cook.
But
they
it
weren't
has
hot.
Sweet.
Sweet is pretty
it
hot.
Has Dr. Sweet.
That is true. He was pretty sweet, if you know what I mean.
He makes good money.
He's the muscular doctor. He's like that football player who quit to become a neurosurgeon. Just a ripped, great looking doctor.
And I was down. A spunky Spanish girl.
Yeah, she was cool. She reminded me of Spinelli from Recess.
Oh, I definitely thought she just was grown up Spinelli from Recess as a kid.
She was just grown up Spinelli. I was down bad for Helga as a kid though. Well, you know, I can definitely see you have a type. It's got to get a 9 for that. Nah. Mole and mine are bringing down by at least tenfold. So you know, but we'll leave it as an 8 as is. As for the story, I very much enjoyed the story. The story, it was so adventurous. It was so like, what's the word? It felt unique to me. I very much so like, you know, the going on like a treasure hunt searching for Atlantis. Like, I know it's not like a unique story because Atlantis has probably been told like 1,000,001 times, but you know, I thought it was super duper cool. I thought it was great the way they were like weaving the story out. It did seem a little contrivey sometimes. Oh, Milo's trying to go to Atlantis or whatever. Oh, his grandfather had a billionaire eccentric friend who's been working on this already for years, and you know, it just happens to get him down there. All right, sure, yeah. I mean, I'm down, but a little contrivey, sure. But everything else. Wait, let me think. Yeah, I think everything else was super duper solid. Was super. It didn't necessarily like blow me away, but it definitely. I was definitely surprised by how much I liked it, especially because I did not like it as a kid.
I was in that same boat. I did not like this movie as a kid. It was way too slow, and like I didn't understand any of what's going on, and I probably honestly wasn't listening to what people were saying most of the time. But I really enjoyed my time with it. I think the story is it's very smooth. There isn't like a middle instance in there where I'm like, this doesn't need to be here. What are we doing here? We are literally wasting time. But I love the story arc of like he's trying to get funding and then it doesn't happen and he stumbles upon an instance where he's given this great opportunity by his grandfather's eccentric friend, which like I love that they literally had a bet about how if he could prove that a civilization exists that he would fund the entire thing. That just is like so silly, but I love that. And
It
then
was.
they get attacked by the Leviathan and they lose like half their crew. And then even that whole section where like Milo's reading the book and he's trying to figure out where to go and he keeps messing up. And the whole crew is like super fed up with like, who is this weird, strange man who can read this language and has like zero social skills? But then they have that like kind of bonding moment by the fire, like, hey guys, we're being really hard on the new kid. What if we're nice to him?
And then the
It's
more
just like
Whoopi Goldberg, I hate him. I hate him so much.
it's just such a nice story because there isn't like a cataclysmic thing that that he like saves them from. He messes up and they're literally just like, what if we're nice to him for like half a second? Like, ha, jokey jokey, we can just make fun of the nerd. And they're like, actually guys, what if we don't make fun of the nerd? Because you know, he's trying his best. And then he makes friends. And I think that's really cool that there isn't just a cataclysmic event that makes sure that everybody makes sure that they love Milo for some reason. It's just a natural, like, what if we're just kind for like half a second and then they're jokey jokey friends.
I like to
And
think
then
his
they get to
charisma buff
the
started kicking in toward the end.
It definitely did. Once he got to Atlantis, you know, he just like he got enough points to put into charisma and he was able to talk to Kita and you know, he won in the end. He got the great ending. He
He
didn't have to
did.
go back to Earth. He got to become a king. He literally arrived at a civilization and then married their queen.
just just like a white man take over a civilization like that. Kind of crazy to be honest. Minus 50 points to be fair. Uh, uh yeah, it was
I
all.
just
Oh no, go
I
on.
really like the story and I like when they decided to change tone and pick things up. Like that moment where they finally figure out that it's a power source and they come up out of the pool and they're immediately greeted to everybody and they're like, "What do you guys have all those guns for?" And then it just kind of clicks.
He's like, you guys are just in it for the money. You know, he kind of knew it before, but like he didn't like no, you know? He was like, yeah, but like they're like good people though. Oh wait, guys, I always like to say, look at the dog. He's falling asleep. Look at him. He's adorable. Hold on. Quick commercial break to take a look at the dog. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Let's see if we can expand. No! Wait. Hold on a second. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can get dog from behind there. Well, nope, I can't. I failed you guys. I can't get him from behind there. Well, he's gone. He's gone completely now. There. No. Why the freak? Why the freak can't I go in front of dog? This is so stupid. All right. Well, I couldn't. I couldn't do it, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Oh, there we go. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Him going night night. Everybody say good night. Everybody say good night to the dog.
Good night, wizard.
Night night. Night night, dog. All right, now back to your regularly scheduled programming. All right. So what were you saying, Sydney?
I don't entirely remember.
We were
Oh,
talking.
I was going to bring up another point
Yeah.
about how like they bring up the guns and it's this big shock. But they do hint at it a little bit on the bridge when they're coming over, because Helga whispers to Rourke and she's like, there weren't supposed to be people here.
Yeah.
This was supposed to just be ruins. So, like, there's already that, like, kind of uncertainty of mutiny building of, like, I don't know if we realistically should kill an entire civilization of people to prove that Atlantis exists. That doesn't sound like a good idea.
What are you talking about? That sounds like a perfect idea.
And then Rourke's just like, nah, same plan. Same plan. You're like, okay, he is bad.
Nope, he's bad. He's definitely bad.
Yep, bad man who looks bad, sounds bad,
Is bad.
Kind of makes snide remarks. Definitely bad. bad man.
So if we had to give this story a score, my brain tells me an 8, but I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I think an 8 is super solid because there are a couple of parts that are a little bit confusing. I know when I was a kid, I did not understand the whole concept of the crystal that like had the life force.
I didn't
and
either.
I'm not gonna lie, I still don't.
But to be fair, they didn't either.
Exactly.
to be fair.
I think they definitely like wrote themselves a little excuse corner as like, oh, that knowledge was lost to time.
It was like,
so I was watching, I'm like, I still don't really understand how this works at all, but it does. So okay.
It's like the energy of the people, and it's what keeps them alive somehow. I don't know if it like if it just stops everything. Like I don't know what the crystal control. Yeah, I'm so confused actually. Yeah.
And it's only because I know, like, at the end they have to give Kita back because it's the Disney trope, you know. They gotta have a cis-het couple. But
cis-het.
I thought that they like take a host and they use them as like a power source to fuel a protection, like she did. But then they gave her back, and like her mom did the same thing, and she didn't come back.
She was gone. She's gone. They killed her. They took her up, and she's dead.
Or, like, did she technically fail to protect the city? Did she not protect it well enough? Did she not get to come back for that reason? It was just a little bit too clean of an ending for what had happened.
I agree. I agree. Honestly, I do agree with that. It just, I don't know, should have been a little bit dirtier. Kira should have, like, gotten, beheaded or something like that. Who knows? No, obviously not.
Okay, but yeah, the Fire Emblem thing. Just give her a different hair color.
Of course, you're right. But yeah, I'm down for an 8. I'm down for an 8. Now, the music, I can't remember it.
I also don't remember most of it. It didn't have any songs, but it did have a score, and I do remember pieces of it. It's like kind of adventurous feeling. It's like enjoyable. But I don't think I'm gonna be putting any of these tracks on a playlist.
Yo, I might. Yo, who knows? Oh wait, actually, wait. These sound pretty good. Yo, they sound like they could be in a Kingdom Hearts game. Yeah, it's scory. And so, But my problem is, I don't have anything that's like immediately that just like sticks out to me like at all. Like at all, actually. I don't know, where do you guys have anything that really sticks out? It all just sounds like, cool, good music for the theme, but nothing I'm gonna go and be like, oh yeah, the Atlantis theme. I'm just like, yeah,
it's only know the Atlantis theme, and it's because it was in the commercial for Atlantis, which was on a DVD that I used to watch when I was a kid. Don't remember which one, but I could literally narrate you the commercial, and it would play the like the standard Atlantis theme, like do 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 do.
Do, 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 do. Ah, I feel, but I feel like if you just remember that, are you gonna go out and are you gonna start singing it to the world? Are you
No,
saying this is a masterpiece?
I dropped a potato and I don't know where it went.
It's gone. It's gone. You're never getting it back. Honestly, if I had to give this a score, dang, it's got to be kind of low, right? Probably a 6, maybe a 5.
I think a 6 is fair.
Yeah,
I'd even go with a 5, just because like it's a very good score for the movie, but I don't think it's very memorable.
It's not. It's literally not at all. I don't remember a single thing. Nothing made me say, "Man, this is a banger." I was like, "Yep, music."
It's like certain video game music where like it fits really well with the game, and then you listen to it out of context and you're like, this is kind of not good.
Yeah. So, you know what? We'll stick with a 5 for that one, and we'll see where we go from there. Then we have antagonist villains. Our villains, yeah, it's the what was his name? Rourke. Yes, Rourke was the villain, and honestly, he was a pretty good villain. He's the kind of villain that I like. Maybe with a little bit less. He didn't have, I would say, enough evil throughout. His evil to not evil, like, bar, wasn't like fully set from the beginning. I kind of don't like that in my villains unless the twist is actually really amazing and it's like foreshadowed super well. I'm like, oh man, I should have seen that the whole time. His charisma was up there for a time, so I'll give him credit for that. And he was just evil. He was a calm, cool, and collected villain. He always had a plan for something until the end, where he got turned into a blue vein ice monster elder thing and exploded. But before that, he was pretty well thought out. So honestly, I feel like I got to give him high marks for that, just in general. So I'd probably give him a 4. But what are you thinking?
I think a great word to describe Rourke is methodical.
He is.
This man is ready to flip the switch at any given point. He went into this mission, he's like, alright, so we're going to find a whole bunch of broken pottery ruins. We're going to take it all back, make a fortune. But on the off chance that we have to, I'm down to kill some natives.
You're like, I'm down.
He literally brought guns. You don't bring guns unless you're at least not that many guns, I will say, because, it's probably a safe idea to bring some kind of equipment to explore a lost area. If not to kill the natives, but to at least kill, the things that may try to kill you.
Honestly, I do think it was a good idea to bring all those guns, because, when they were fighting Leviathan, I was like, ooh. Wait, yeah, okay, it's a good thing they have weapons. And also when they saw, that other random, giant bug thing or whatever, I was like, ooh, okay. it is kind of dangerous down here, actually. Maybe it was a good idea to bring those weapons. I can't really fault them for that. I feel like that was just a good idea, regardless of what you were going down there to do.
He woke up with not the intent, but the understanding that he would have to kill, potentially. And he was fine with that. Everybody else, maybe that was, way deep in the back of their mind, and then they realized they had to do it, and they're like, oh, well, I don't really want to do that. He was like, let's go!
Let's go!
So, in that case, he's a very, very, very bad man who has incredibly high charisma, but is comically obvious from the first time you see him, because it goes, oh, that's a kind of scary looking man, and then he speaks and you're like, oh, and he has that nonchalant evil man voice, and then he flips the switch and you're like, yeah, I saw that coming. Even bad guy.
Even when he turned full on evil, he was still kind of nonchalant about it for the most part, until Milo really got under his skin at the end. So Milo really got under there.
Teasing, casual kind of teasing where he's like, "Oh, you explorer types, you all just want to like learn. You don't want to end civilizations with firearms. Ugh, no fun."
Like, you guys are kind of lame, to be honest. But
I'm good with a 4.
yeah, overall, I like the way he was thought out as a villain. Like, there was just a few minor things that I would have tweaked about him, but still great overall. Animation style, beautiful movie. Looks great. It's so smooth. Oh my goodness, this movie is so smooth. Oh, like whenever they were showing like the water or whatever when they were in the very beginning, and then when they were like, swimming and stuff, I was like, oh, this looks great. Oh, I love this. I honestly thought that the 3D did enhance the animation style. Be that as if you don't think so, that's cool. But I thought that the 3D enhanced it just enough to make it cool, especially when they're in the submarines. I was like, oh, chef's kiss, beautiful. I like it. The only thing I will say, the only thing that did look weird that I kind of didn't like was the elders energy or whatever when they showed her like looking up at the blue ball and stuff. I'm gonna keep it a band. That didn't look good. It kind of didn't. But that was just like, that was just one little part of an otherwise beautiful movie all around. I really, really liked the way this movie looked. It was fantastic.
I think that the movie is stylized in such a way that you don't really notice the 3D elements, because I feel like the 3D at this time was very like static. Everything kind of almost looks like a sticker overlaid over something, but they only used it for very mechanical things, which I think works in its favor, because mechanisms are kind of static. They're not meant to have a whole lot of life. In this case, they kind of did with like the Leviathan, but I remember this movie looking a lot uglier than it actually is. And for that, I can't take away points. However, there is exactly one frame of this movie that it's like, this is not the impression they want to have. And it's when Kita and Milo climb up the little statue head to peer out over the view, and it pans, and it's like, look at this beautiful world of Atlantis, and it's like there's one square building with moss on a completely blue background, and I'm like, that's not the way this is supposed to look. It literally just needed like a couple more buildings and like a smudge tool, and it would have been perfectly fine. But instead, it just kind of looked like an MS Paint frame, and then it pans to the rest of it, and it's like all good. It just was really funny because they're like, "Wow, look at this grand scope," and not over there. Look over here. Don't look over there.
Like not over there, not over there. Oh, over here. It's kind of like the Mulan thing, where it was like, yeah, this looks great, but they kind of look like beans, like a little bit down there. But it's not for too long though, so it's fine.
It definitely was one of those moments. But other than that, this movie is very pretty, and I love the style. I also love the Atlantean touch where they all kind of have that like blue tattoo look.
Yep.
And everything is that like bright iridescent blue that's like simultaneously like tech forward but also ancient. I just love that color blue because it's used in that context.
It's literally like the perfect shade of blue. Also, side note, Kira literally became the Avatar for a second. Like she was about to do some crazy stuff. But
she
that
did save an entire civilization.
That's true, and she did turn into a different color. Yeah. Anyway, animation style. I think it gets a 5. I think it earns this 5 because it looks great.
I think it does earn the 5.
And yes,
even
dog
like,
did
when
wake
they're
up
underground and it's all brown, there's still a lot of life, especially with the characters who look very good in this like kind of unique sketched style.
Oh, so good. Definitely a lot better than I thought it was going to be in terms of like how it looked. Voice cast, voice acting. Yeah, everybody did great except Mole. I did not like his voice. I didn't like him. I mean, I'm sure that's what they were going for. I don't like that direction. I don't like it at all. I did not like the voice actor for Mole. I feel like they could have done something a lot different. That's just me though. But everybody else, fantastic. Milo looks and sounds like a Milo. Sweet sounds like a Sweet. I'm calling her Spinelli. Her name is Spinelli now. Spinelli sounds like a Spinelli. And French guy. He's French. They like Vinny. All their voices, great. They did all their voice acting as well as I think they should have. I mean, I'm sure Mole did his voice acting as well as he should have too, but I just didn't like it.
I was trying to see what else he was in, and apparently he's the voice of Yen Sid in Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, really? The mole?
Yeah.
That is a crazy shift, to be honest. Because Yen Sid is a great voice act. Because Yen Sid is great in Kingdom Hearts.
And also Hugo Strange in Batman Arkham City. Is that Doctor Strange? No, that's
Doctor Strange.
That's the other universe.
Yeah.
I'm still learning.
It's okay.
I'm trying to get those not as mixed up as I used to, but I'm still learning.
That's okay. It's a confusing place to be.
Yeah, I like the voice casting all around. I think everybody is super fun, and you can just tell that everybody's having like a really great time in the voice acting booths. They're just having a grand old time with their characters, and you can tell they're all honestly putting in like 110% when you hear them.
They're going in. The voice actor for Milo. I feel like he was bringing out some repressed memories, to be honest, like from his actual life.
Fox.
I feel like Michael J. Fox went through what Milo was going through.
I mean, he's just very good at playing charismatic teens to young adults. It was his specialty in Back to the Future.
It was his specialty. Interesting. But yeah. Everybody did great except the Mole. Am I being too mean by saying it's a 4 because of the Mole? Am I being too mean?
A little bit, because everybody else is stellar.
Alright.
I also want to do... I forgot to do some research before this started, but I wanted to know what they based the Atlantean language off of. Because I wanted to know if it was another weird instance like what happened with Brother Bear, where they just used a different language to represent a language that exists. But in this case,
thank you for the follow, Tux. I appreciate it, dog. Thank you. I appreciate it. You came at the perfect time. Wait, did it not play? Wait. Did it not play? Well, alright, well, whatever. What were you saying, Sid?
Oh, I was just talking about how I wanted to know about what language they used to base Atlantean on. Because in Brother Bear, they used, like, I think it was Belgian they wound up using to represent, the Native American sounds, because it would sound like what audience expected. But Atlantean is a made-up language, so I just wanted to know what they kind of pulled from. They made references that it had roots in, like, French and Latin. But
yeah, it was like...
really connect to each other.
They did the best. Oh my goodness. Oh, it happened again. But I guess it's only on my end. Well, now it's stuck doing this. Okay. It keeps doing it now. Wait, can you guys see the notification going multiple times? Tux keeps following. Okay. Alright, well, whatever. Anyway, continue, Sydney.
Oh, that's it. I'm just gonna do some independent research on the Atlantean alphabet.
Okay, cool. Let me see if I can do this real quick. If I do this, and then I do this, will this work? There we go. There we go. You got your follow me, Tux. I knew I had you, dog. But yeah, honestly, yeah, we'll give him a 5. It's fine. And now it goes for how did it age? And honestly, I don't know how well this movie aged. If I'm gonna keep it a band, the message is try to preserve the natural like native lands, maybe, or don't go gold digging in a place and try to destroy society. What follow your sense of adventure, keep believing in your dreams, and keep doing what you want to do. I mean, all those things work out. But I don't know if that message really hits too hard. And honestly, the movie is still a little boring. I thought it was great, but if you made the argument that it was a little boring, I would kind of understand. So it makes it, not very desirable to watch on a rewatch for the most part. It is still cool, and I think you should watch it, but if you didn't, I would completely understand. So I feel like I can't give it like too high a mark for age.
I think the real message, Chris, is don't colonize unless they like you.
Yes. Yes, Sydney. How could I forget that message? You are 100% correct. How did I not see it? I've been blind. Only colonize when they like you. Like, just be charismatic and, love their culture, and you too can get yourself a native SO and, rule their culture. Of course. 100%.
You just have to respect the culture, and then you get a wife.
True. You will get the biggest baddie in the village if you rolling like that.
But I agree. I don't know if this will be a movie that I watch a ton, but if somebody was like, "Oh man, I really love Atlantis. Can we watch it? It's been a while since I've seen it." I'd be like, "Sure."
They're like, yeah, sure.
I'm not gonna fight them. It's not gonna be like, "Oh, you like Pocahontas? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to remove you from my friend circle."
I'm gonna have to delete you in real life. Goodbye.
I'll Thanos snap you out of existence real quick.
If you like Pocahontas, I wish Thanos snapped away all the Pocahontas lovers, all of them. But if I were to give this a score for age, I'd probably give it a 3. Maybe
I think
2.
a 3 is solid because it's not a bad movie. It looks really good and it's a fun romp, but it's like I don't know how much you can go back to it, and the message is definitely a little muddled. Like, don't rob and pillage. That's just kind of common sense. Don't kill an entire civilization for wealth.
Common stuff.
Don't be greedy.
Obviously that common stuff, of course.
Yeah, it seems pretty niche. I don't think we're gonna have to worry about finding a civilization, and then also worrying about people finding a civilization that is actively still thriving, or at least functioning, and then having to think through the process of, is it worth it to kill these people and just make a ton of money? It doesn't seem like that'll come up too often. Maybe
won't.
like once.
Nah, it may okay, maybe once. Maybe I'll give you that one. But other than that, a 3 is solid. All right. And if we add these up all together, we got, let's see, 10, 13, 17, 22, 30, 38. It gets a solid 38. I like that. I like that from Atlantis. What? That probably puts it in B tier, right?
I think so. That's good. We need some more B tier movies.
We do. We honestly do. F tier looking a little top heavy, but honestly, they all kind of deserve to be there for the most part. All right, and our final movie. Sydney, are you ready?
I am ready.
Are you ready to talk about the final movie? I don't think you guys are gonna like what I have to say about this movie.
Oh, I know I'm not gonna like what you have to say about this. I was watching this afternoon, and I said, I bet Chris doesn't like the Winnie the Pooh song. I bet he doesn't even like the cute little 45-second intro.
This movie was not good. As a matter of fact, I can honestly say, if I'm going straight to the characters, I didn't like any of the Winnie the Pooh characters. I didn't even like Pooh. I didn't like any of them.
Do you not like Pooh in any context? Like,
I mean,
do
I
you
liked him
like
in
other
Kingdom Hearts.
iterations of these characters?
He was kind of funny in Kingdom Hearts.
But like, have you seen the other like Winnie the Pooh movies?
No, I kind
Or
of
do you
watched the
watch the
show, which
TV
I didn't.
shows?
I didn't like the show.
Oh.
Winnie.
I've loved Pooh literally since birth. He was
Oh,
yellow. I loved yellow. It was kind of a given. If it was a cartoon character who was yellow, I probably liked them from at least the age of 3.
you really? You just love? Doesn't matter who it was. Yellow. Oh, so that means you probably like Supersonic. You
It
probably
was
like
my
Sonic too.
favorite color. I didn't play Sonic, so I can't really vouch for that.
It's
But I
okay.
did like
Your brother probably.
Tails.
He was
Tails
orange.
is
Close enough.
yellow.
He's orange. Close enough.
He's
He's like yellow orange. He's like yellow orange.
Okay. I was gonna say, am I
Depending
also
on which
colorblind?
depending on which iteration you're looking at of Tails, he's either orange or yellow orange. He's never
Okay.
he's never just yellow though.
Okay, I can accept that. I was gonna say he's not orange.
But yeah, like so let me go ahead and get so Wit he love Bobbity. No. So let me go ahead and just get all the characters. So the owl, very annoying. He was pretending he was smart, but he literally can't even read. Didn't he didn't I thought he was gonna add something and be helpful, but he wasn't. He was just kind of he was kind of dumb. He kind of reminded me of a Brian maybe from Family Guy almost. Trying to act smarter than he is. Eeyore, he's just so sad. And honestly, I can't get down with that. He's sad no matter what you do. He's just mopey. He just kind of meanders around, I guess. I don't know why everybody's trying to cheer him up. No, you can't. All right, I don't like a Piglet. You know what? Piglet honestly might be the most likable one, but I still don't like him. He's just a whiny. I'm scared. I can't do it. I can't do anything. I'm afraid of a balloon. He's a big scaredy cat, and honestly, I don't mess with it. Tigger's just annoying. Anytime he comes around, I want to bounce. Oh, listen, let me just mess up everything. I just want to bounce. Like, oh my god, Tigger, please stop talking, please. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be the Baxon, or I'm gonna pretend to be the Baxon. Oh, the Baxon. Oh, I can't even tell my footprint. I'm sick of him. Oh wait, no, you know what? No, I lied. There are 2 characters in there that are honestly pretty tolerable to good, and that's Rue and the mom. They were fine. I liked them for the most part. They were cool. They weren't in the movie a whole lot, but you know they were fine. They were fine. Rabbit. I almost pegged him to be like a Squidward, but he was kind of. I don't know, he was also kind of dumb. I feel like he didn't really have a place. I mean, I guess he was okay for the most part. He wasn't like offensive, so you know he was fine. Christopher Robin. I mean, he's just a kid. He was fine. He was all right. He was okay, I guess. I didn't really have a problem with Christopher Robin because like all this is in his imagination, I guess. So it's fine.
What do you mean? They're real. They waited for him to come back from school.
They are not real. and Winnie the Pooh. Freak this guy. I'm pretty sure he's brain dead. I would say he's actually brain dead, but he did figure out the thing he pulled on to ring the bell was Eeyore's tail. So, you know, I gotta give him some credit for that. He remembered that. But all he thought about was honey. Dead. No, he is.
He's a bear of very little brain.
No, he's brain dead. Like he's 100%.
Those are not mutually exclusive.
No, he's
one
brain
of those
dead.
Is charming and cute, and the other one is offensive.
He was offensive to me, honestly. I do not like Winnie the Pooh as a character. He's not charismatic enough to make me like him at all. And yeah, Greg knows. Yeah, facts. Nobody thinks about how about the emotional labor that's required to be Eeyore's friend. Yeah, freak Eeyore. So yeah, honestly, to me, I did not like any of these characters enough, maybe except for the kangaroos. Those are the only characters I can say that that were cool and maybe I liked, but everybody else was just not good. I don't like them.
Fireworks. It's just loud, that's all.
Oh, oh.
I'm in the complete opposite of things, but it's because I've literally grown up with Winnie the Pooh my entire life, and I love these characters. I know they're all flawed and they have their own little quirks, but they're just so funny and charming. Pooh's just hungry. He just wanted to eat breakfast.
Then don't, Adam. I don't want your defense on
I
this.
get when people just want you to keep doing things and you're like, but man, I'm just hungry. I just want a snack. And Piglet is scared because he's like a fourth the size of everybody. The world's scary when you're that height, Chris. A lot of things are scary when you're 5'1".
A balloon?
Yeah.
No.
He's like a little pig. He's a little baby.
He's probably 20 years old. He's probably a 20-year-old little pig. Hey, oh well, we don't know their age, but I'm assuming he's like 20.
Actually, canonically, I think that all the characters in Winnie the Pooh are aged based off of when Christopher Robin got them. So they're all exactly 1 year younger than Christopher Robin. So at most, everybody is like maybe 6.
So you're telling me the adult mom kangaroo is also 8 years old? That's crazy.
Yes. They're based on the age in which you purchased them. My stuffed fox Jasper, I got him in like 2015. That means he's only 7 years old.
I don't know how I feel about that messaging about having kids at 8 years old. I don't really know. I don't really know how.
It's not a message. He was born there.
It's
a message about a kangaroo that's a stuffed animal.
Imagine being the same age as your mom. Yo, imagine. That's crazy. That's insane. But anyway, go on. What were you saying about the characters?
Everybody is delightful, and you're just a hater.
No, they are not. I did not. So through all the movies that we've been through, there have been a lot of things that I always assumed would be bad because I had bad experiences with the kid. This is probably the first one where it stayed true, and I was like, wow, I do not like this at all. Kangaroos reach sexual maturity at 2 years old. It's all totally possible. Dang, you know what, Adam? You got me, dog. Dang, you know what? That is literally anatomical facts. Like I can't dispute that. You know what? You got me on that. But the one thing that I don't get though is how you have a kid the same age as you. That's the one thing I didn't get. But that's whatever. Yeah, Sydney. So I don't know how we're going to possibly go through this because I absolutely hate the characters and you think they're delightful.
You're correct.
So typically in this situation, we go with an average, like a middle of the road kind of thing. And if we're going with the middle of the road, so if you got to become a dictator, well, this little discussion, it's our tier list with more of a lean on me. But you know what? I'm not just gonna completely discount it the whole time. Now, there may be some categories on here that I might dictator on, but on this one, you know what? Well, I will say that I will be a little blind on that one. Just accidentally disconnect. So Sydney, if you had to give this a score, what would you give it?
50.
If you're saying a 50, I'm saying a negative 50. If you had to give this a score, what are you scoring this?
Like the whole thing or just characters?
Or 10 characters, 10.
All right. For characters, solid 10. Winnie the Pooh, delightful character. Piglet, delightful character. Roo, delightful character. Kanga, delightful character.
I can give it a
Eeyore,
3.
Delightful character.
I can give it a 3 at max. I can give it a 3. Like I'm not gonna say it's a 1. but I can give it a 3. Adam, I literally liked none of the characters except maybe the king. I didn't like it. I didn't like them at all. They were just not good. So maybe a 3. And that's me being charitable. That's me being charitable, to be honest. Thank you, yo, Greg. If I can give you super sub, I'll give you a super sub. Yes, sir. We hate Winnie. Let's go. So you know what? I'm willing to say we can put this. We can put this out of 5. We can put this out of 5.
What about a 6?
No, I will not give this and a slightly above average. I refuse. We're gonna have to give this a 5 because no. It being that high, it makes me angry. But you know, I understand. I understand.
Why be angry when you could just be happy because your life is enriched with Winnie the Pooh?
Because I had to watch it in Winnie the Pooh. That's why I'm like this.
I did too, and I had a great time.
Next story. There literally was none.
There was a story.
I'm sorry. They were trying to find or not get found by the what was it? It was I said it earlier.
The Baxen.
Yeah, the Baxen, because they couldn't read. No, that's stupid. That's not even the story. Like it's supposed to be a feel good time. Now, I will concede, you know, if you're a kid, I can see how this might be a little bit enjoyable. But me as an adult 26-year-old man, this was not good at all. Like legit, this is the worst we've seen so far as the story. I'm gonna keep it a band right now. It's a 1. It's just straight up a 1. And it's not even close.
Well, I, as a 26-year-old female, love this story. I think it's so cute and it's so sweet because it all just starts out with Eeyore he lost his tail. And he wants a new tail, and everybody bands together and they try to get him a new tail. And he doesn't like them, and I get it. You know, you get used to your tail. And frankly, their tail choices were a little bad. And then, you know, they have the whole misunderstanding. They find the note and it says back soon. And you know, it's a little silly. Owl is always like that. He's that guy who like knows what he's talking about but absolutely doesn't. But he convinces everybody he does. And they have the cute little song about the Baxen and he's made up and it's just so funny. And then they're marching away and they're like back soon. He's like back soon. That sounds an awful lot like Baxen back soon. It's just so funny.
No, it wasn't.
Am I easy to please?
Maybe a little too easy to please. Because I can tell you while I was watching this, and I said, are you telling me the only reason Owl has this man's tail is because he thought he was at a door, and he thought that because the reason couldn't stay, he didn't know he was talking to an ant. What's going on? Like this? Oh my god. Oh, it's so bad.
You just gotta suspend reality, Chris. You're in the world of the 100-Acre Wood where Christopher Robin plays, and it's the enchanted neighborhood of Christopher's childhood days. There's no laws. It's all magic. It's all whimsy.
So you're gonna sit here and tell me this was a better story than Chicken Little?
Yes.
Because while I will maintain that Chicken Little was a bad story, this was a story. This is the least amount you can make to make it a story. Like, it has story elements. No. No, it's not a better story than Chicken Little.
But it is.
No, it's not. Because there was a story in Chicken Little.
And there's a story in Pooh.
No, there isn't.
The Baxen.
The Baxen. That was a story. That's why technically it can be counted as a story. Technically. But no. I'm giving this a 1. What are your thoughts on this?
It's like a 6 or a 7. It's a harmless little story. It's cute. It's sweet. It's a little misunderstanding. They make a whole universe around this thing that they've never heard of. It's adorable. And it has some really funny writing in it. Like that
No.
whole sequence with Piglet where he messes up the knots and he's like, I cannot knot. And Rabbit's like, so you cannot? He's like, no, I cannot. Which is, it's just so funny. I love puns.
That was a good play on words. But unfortunately, if you're saying it's 6 or 7, this is getting an instant 3.
Is it 3?
Yes. Yes.
It's not that offensive.
There's no story.
Yes, there is.
There's no real cohesive story. Yes, it's technically a story, but this is a nothing burger. This is literally nothing. I should give it a 2.
That has exactly 4 chicken McNuggets on it. It's pure joy.
No. It's not pure joy. No.
But it is.
No, absolutely not. Full disagree.
Story is not a 3.
It's a 3. It's
a 3.
It is. It's 100% a 3.
It isn't though.
It is. There's like it's nothing. This is the most hollow, shallow thing I've ever seen in my entire life. There's like nothing here. They're trying to capture this back sun. It's not even funny. Looking at them trying to like deal with this threat. That's not even a real threat. They don't even know what's going on. I'm just like, this is so stupid. This is so contrived. Like, this is so bad. This is so bad. Like, oh my! It was giving me an aneurysm.
It's just imagination.
It's not a good one.
Kids
I
get
can tell you that.
Things that are made up all the time.
You're right, they do. And you know what? Those are infinitely better and probably have a better story than whatever this was. Was not
it's
not
a
good.
Fun story, and I really like the thread of Eeyore's tale where it's just Owl in the end because that's very on brand for Owl.
It might be on brand for him, but I don't think that was good. And yes, you're right, Caleb. If Xehanort was here and told Eeyore he has the heart of darkness, you know what? I might bump this up to a 6. If that happened, I might bump it up because at least something would happen.
Something did happen. They all fell in the pit.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, they sure did.
And they found out that it was a misunderstanding and there was no Baxen. But there was a Baxen at the very end, and I thought that was cute.
Absolutely not. Music.
It's not a 3.
It's a 3.
It's not a 3.
No. It's a 3. I will not budge from a 3. I
won't accept a 3.
Well, it's gonna be a 3. I will have to invoke dictatorship on that one because it literally can't be anything higher than a 3. It literally cannot.
Yeah, it can.
I mean, it could if they made a better story. You're right, it could.
Perfectly fine story.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Absolutely not. 100%. There was nothing here. It's almost like an anime where it's just cute girls being cute, but the plot is maybe they were just trying to like, I don't know, find some chopsticks. Except that would have been funny at least, and this was not.
You just said it was funny.
No, I didn't. What?
Yeah, you did. You said the little bits with Piglet were cute.
Are you talking about the not? I said that was cute. I didn't say it was funny. I said it was kind of cute. And also, I said the wordplay was cute. I know Chris is insulting my religion out here. You're right. I'm not, because nobody should have this religion of Winnie the Pooh.
Everyone should have this religion of Winnie the Pooh. Your life will be better. You'll be a happier person, and you won't get wrinkles.
I will get many wrinkles if I have to watch more Winnie the Pooh.
That's because you won't accept him into your heart.
I will say the one good thing I will say about Winnie the Pooh is they had a very good opening for the cartoon show. It was very, very good. It is a classic. That is true. But yeah, not a good. This is not good content. Sorry, neither was Winnie the Pooh. If I'm gonna keep it a band, neither was Winnie the Pooh. What'd you say?
Winnie the Pooh is great content. I laughed for like an entire hour. It was incredible.
I didn't laugh once. I rolled my eyes the entire movie. the entire time. Music. If I had to say the music, what was the music? I didn't generally have a bad time with the music. Honestly, the music was mostly fine. I do like the general Winnie the Pooh, like sound like the 100-Acre Woods. I like that. But I think that's because it reminds me a lot of Kingdom Hearts, because I was in Kingdom Hearts and I very much so enjoy that game, as you all know. But you know, there was nothing like a standout, and again, I don't like that they were singing it. I did not like the way it sounded, but the 100-Acre Woods is good. It's very, very good, honestly. But the other songs, I mean, like, you know, they were good for this movie. Was like, it was very like it was very good background music for what they were trying to like encapsulate. So, you know, I can't really give it too much flack there, honestly. There were just no like standouts or anything. So yeah, that's all I really got with music, honestly. What do you think?
Still sad about story.
It's gonna have to be there. But now we are on to music.
No.
What do you mean no?
It's fine. It's cute and joyful. Something that you lack in your life.
What are you talking about? Okay. I also said, like, yeah, the music was fine. I said it fit. I said there wasn't anything like it was super real. It's like Atlantis, pretty much. Like, there was no, like, you know, super standout track for the most part. I do like the 100-Acre Woods though. That is a very fitting song. Which song was that?
It was sung by Zoe Deschanel.
You know what the name of that song was?
It's probably the last song there.
A Happy Honey Ending?
No.
That's a good song. Winnie the Pooh Suite?
No.
This one?
No. I'll find it.
Okay. But yeah, you know, all the songs and like the soundtrack, it's like yeah, this all fits. This all fits. The lack of joy required to handle a wizard, bro. What are you talking about? Come on, no. I gave this a fair shake, and these are my honest and true feelings. I watched it literally today. I mean, if I were to give music something, it did fit pretty well, and it's like not generic. So I feel like a 7 is fair. I do feel like a 7 is fair for music. Maybe a 6, but honestly, I feel like they do a pretty good job with the music for what they have, for something not being iconic. Except the 100.
I think a 7 is solid, but I think a 10 is better.
Obviously, you, the Winnie the Pooh lover, would love to see this get a 10 and would think it's better. But it just doesn't have the bangers and bops of something, you know, later on. I have to, Greg. I have to stand my ground on this. If somebody's gonna stand their ground on their movies like Chicken Little, which I don't think deserved to be as low as it did, but you know what? I can understand. I can understand. I gotta hold my ground here. You're right, Greg. We stand tall. Antagonist villains, there was none.
It was the Baxon.
That it didn't exist.
But they thought it did.
What does that mean? Nah. They thought it did? Is that the villain?
What?
Like that's the villain. Their thoughts.
Is the villain.
Unfortunately, this suffers from the story also not being good. So this whole plot line with the Baxon did not hit at all. They were afraid of something that didn't exist off a plot point that was contrived because they couldn't read but pretended like they could, but didn't even make sense in the end. There was no real antagonist or antagonistic force. Honestly, this is a 1. This is just literally 1. There was literally nothing here. There was no force. They were like, oh, we're looking for this. Oh, what? I mean, I guess they were looking for something that they described in a song that they were singing because the owl made it up because they didn't know what the freak he was talking about. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Because
Nope.
he was trying to sound smart.
Yeah, and look where that got him. It's about to get him a 1 in this antagonists and villains.
Plenty of people are scared of things that don't exist.
I'm sure they are. But unfortunately, for things that don't. Okay, the Baxton is not a real villain. It can be a perceived antagonistic force. But it's not really.
But it's real to them.
It's real to them.
Yeah.
Okay. Sydney, you know as well as I do that this villain is not very compelling at all. But I don't think Winnie the Pooh really caters itself to anything compelling. It sounds like Owl is the villain. Yo, you know what? Maybe Owl is the antagonistic force. In which case, maybe this should get a 0, to be honest. Like, okay, I can't give it a 0. It has to get at least a 1. Because there was something that the people thought existed that they might have been scared of. But it's not real. It did not do anything, and it did not drive them to really do anything. As a matter of fact, they didn't do anything this whole movie. The only one who might have done something is Piglet, and all he did was walk in the forest and get a balloon. That was literally it in regards to the Baxton. Tigger just jumped around and got people stuck in a hole. I guess he didn't really. I guess he fell in the hole later on, but I guess Piglet fell in later too. But yeah, like they made a trap. Like it didn't do anything. Absolutely not. What are your thoughts on this, Sydney?
It's not a good villain, but can I use some of my points to bump story up to a 5?
No. No. We
Why?
will not be moving story up to a 5 because it's literally nothing, Sydney.
It is something.
No, it's not. The whole crux was them trying to find a tail that Owl took and had the entire time. And then the Baxton that didn't exist and was not anything. No, it was nothing. They didn't do anything. Literally, the only reason the plot was solved is because Pooh was like, I'm hungry. I'm brain dead and need honey. Let me see if Owl has some. And then, with the last brain cell in his mind, he said, wait a second. I think this might be Eeyore's tail. He didn't even fully know. He was like, it might be. He was like, no, actually, this is Eeyore's tail. So you know what? I'll give Pooh credit for that. But there was nothing else. There was nothing. So no, I can't. This was nothing. I can't give it anything higher than a 3. I thought it was a 1. So,
unacceptable.
There's no way that it's anything. There's just no way. This is nothing. It's literally a kid show that does not have a plot. except this is a little bit better than that. I'm sorry, Sydney. I'm sorry. I truly am. But I cannot hide my true feelings. What are you talking about? I hate to make you feel like I'm attacking you personally because you're my friend. But I won't hide that this is not good. What'd you miss?
You lack joy.
I don't like joy. What are you talking about? I like joyful things. I am not being toxic. Tiff. Please tell them that Winnie the Pooh is not good at all. Has incorrect Winnie the Pooh opinions? No. I feel like all of my opinions on this movie based on how we've judged everything else, is completely and fully justified. And based on my taste, I feel like it's totally fair. I give every movie a fair shake. All movies that I thought were going to be bad but turned out to be pretty okay or good, this is just not one of them. It's just not one of them. I was fully expected to be whatchamacallit, proved wrong, but alas I was not. I will say this though. There was a movie about Tigger that was honestly not bad because it had a compelling story. Wow, isn't that crazy? At least compelling enough. I can't remember which story. I can't remember which movie that was though.
It
But
probably
Tigger,
was the Tigger movie.
yeah, that one I was like, oh, okay, that wasn't bad. All the characters were still kind of annoying, but you know what? It was kind of cool. Yeah, it was. I don't want to say cool. It was fine, but this is not fine. This is not fine. So no, we will not move it up to a 5. We will not move it up any higher.
What about a 4?
No, no, we're not. It's literally nothing. And so we're just gonna have to take that in and understand that a 3 is where it will remain
No,
for all of time. And even if we don't truly uh accept that, that's just what it's gonna be. Because it is what it is.
I don't like this universe. I want to reset.
What do you mean you want to reset? You want Thanos? You want Thanos to reset us into
No,
a universe?
I want the universe where you're a Winnie the Pooh liker. Or at least not a Winnie the Pooh hater.
It's just not good. It's ew. I didn't like the show. The theme song was a banger, but it was unfortunately one of those shows where even though the theme song was a banger, I didn't watch the show. Yeah, Pooh's plot, he just likes honey, and I'll maintain that he's brain dead. Okay.
A bear of very little brain.
And yet, it still doesn't make it any better. So I'm on antagonists and villains now. So what are you giving for your antagonists and villains?
Like a 2.
A
It's
2?
fine.
A 2, Sydney?
2.
Expand on that.
I don't need to.
You don't need to?
No, it's a perfectly fine antagonistic force for a cute little romp in the woods. It's a misunderstanding, but I think it's still charming. That the villain is not seen, but is feared greatly. It's the power of imagination, which is all Winnie the Pooh is.
All right, that was a pretty good explanation. All right, I will be willing to put it up to a 2 because that is a good point for the type of movie it is. All right, I will concede that point. And yo, what's good, Lulu? You're here to see me slaughter Winnie the Pooh because it is not a good movie. Winnie the Pooh would have been way better if Toguro was in it. Absolutely not. Well, wait, maybe actually, yeah. Bring them all to the Dark Tournament. Actually, yeah. You know what? I agree. Animation style. I will say the movie looks great. Like I love the style that this movie is like drawn in. It looks beautiful. It's very colorful, very vibrant. You guys know how I like my vibrant stuff. I love the way this movie looks. This is great. It's really really fantastic, honestly. Um, a lot of it might be because of how I like Kingdom Hearts 2, but I really like the kind of like storybook look that it has. I've always liked that kind of like palette. So honestly, I do kind of feel like this is a 5 in animation style. They really know how to get it done. To be honest.
It's a really cute style, and I also like how they meld the storybook aspects with it, with them literally interacting with the letters in the book.
Oh, yeah,
That's
the
a
fourth wall
callback
stuff.
to the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh, where they'd climb on the letters and experience it through the narrator. I just always like how immersive it is in that aspect. It's almost like fourth wall breaking because they interact with each other. I just
Yeah.
think that's really funny and charming.
Yeah, you know what? I like how like the animation like with like the letters and stuff like I like how they like interact with it. I feel like it definitely adds to the immersion and whatnot. So I do enjoy the animation. Yes, 100%. I think it's very very good. I think the Disney people definitely knew what they were doing. They had a vision and they executed perfectly. I have no bad thing to say about the animation at all. Actually, I have literally nothing bad to say about it. So what you think, Sydney? You thinking this is a five?
Yeah.
Yeah. Voice cast, voice acting. What were your thoughts on the voice cast, voice acting, Sydney?
They've, been the same for most of the last 20 years. I think they all fit the characters very well. I
That's true.
think Jim Cummings is a delight. He's an excellent voice for Pooh.
Oh
And I
bother.
think everybody fits their voice very well.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. The only character. I mean, I guess there are kind of two. I don't really care too much for Piglet's voice. It sounds a little too. Ugh. I don't know the best way to describe it. It's like, yeah, I know he's like really scared and skittish, but I don't know. It's never really vibed with me. And I understand that Christopher Robin is supposed to be a kid, so maybe it's just that I'm not like the super biggest fan of a lot of kid actors. But I feel like Christopher Robin's voice could have been a little better. Now I just don't know if he was voiced by a kid, but it sounds like he was.
I think he was voiced by a kid.
Okay. Um. So it didn't really hit too hard with me. But I mean, like, it's fine. It's a kid. If you want a kid to play a kid, I get it. I get it. Like that. I'm not a child hater. Get out of here. So it's like it's fine. It's fine. Most of their cast is like, yeah, they play their voices great. I don't really have too many qualms about the voice cast, voice act. Oh wait, hold on a second. Do I have a problem with Tigger? Do I have a problem with Tigger? Hmm. I might have a problem with his name because if you replace the T with another letter, it becomes a lot different. But I'll let him slide with that. Um, the child actor didn't hit hard enough. Adam, I concede on that point. I was like, you know what, if you want to try, it's fine. Tigger was fine, I guess. Tigger was fine. If I had to give the voice cast voice acting, I'd say a four, but a five is reasonable. But I'd go with a four.
I'd go with the 5 just because even after changes in voice cast and voice acting, these characters have sound virtually the same in terms of their style, literally since the first iteration of Winnie the Pooh in media. They all just kind of like established this voice, and they've all just been kind of training future voice actors to have that style. I don't know who's going to take over Pooh's voice when Jim Cummings passes away, but he's a very old man.
He's very. Oh, are you spitting stuff out of your nose, wizard? Ugh. Uh, Wait, who's the old man? Well, Winnie the Pooh's voice actor.
Jim Cummings. He was born in 1952.
Dang, he's on death's door at this point. But nah, I'm sure he'll have many years to come to do many more Pooh voices. And oh hey, maybe he'll be in Kingdom Hearts 4 actually. That'd
I
be
mean,
pretty
not for
cool.
nothing. If we lose Jim Cummings, we're losing a big voice actor in the industry.
We definitely would be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure people would riot. So you know what? I'm down. I'm down to say a five is fair because like they're pretty recognizable, pretty well known, and they pretty much do everything they need to do, and then some, and they're very consistent. So I'm fine with a five.
Yeah, it's a 5.
Now, how did it age? Well, there was no message in the movie. um, I mean, I feel like it does have a charm to it, so that's why you would go back to it. But I would say for the most part, people wouldn't. But it does have a certain amount of charm. So maybe it falls in like that Charlie Brown category. People will keep going back to watch it. But I feel like Charlie Brown's a little different. It doesn't have anything offensive, but that's because they don't really talk about. Oh, well, you know what? You know what? There was one lesson that they said. You don't. Winnie the Pooh, you did it. You cared about your friends more than food for one time in your life. That's a pretty good message. Care about your friends over food sometimes. I guess I got to give it to him.
Not necessarily food. It was just kind of like he put the needs of his friend before himself because he was being selfish for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, he was. And he did learn that lesson. But honestly, he really didn't even need to learn that lesson because he could have got the tail and the honey. So it was kind of moot, to be honest. Like, he was like, "Oh, don't you want this honey? Who? Like, you literally have the tail in your hand. Do you not also want the honey?" He's like, "No, I'll get it." Like, well, what do you mean?
He didn't want to get the tail all sticky.
Why would he get the tail sticky, Sydney? Why would he get the tail sticky? From eating the honey? He literally just puts his face in it and eats it. What? And also, regardless of that, he could just give Eeyore the tail and then eat the honey. All he has to do is hold it. Are you telling me he can't figure it out? It's because he's brain dead. It's because he's brain dead.
Have you never been so hungry that you put the need to eat over other things? When like you come in and you're starving and you really have to go, use the bathroom, and you eat some chicken wings in the bathroom because somebody also handed you a chicken wing. Definitely not speaking from experience here. Couldn't possibly be me.
No, I'm not even saying like people don't do that. I'm saying he could have done that. He didn't. And they made it seem like some noble choice. He just didn't do it just because. No, it wasn't. He could have had it.
He can't multitask, Chris.
He can't multitask?
No.
Really?
He's a bear of very little brain.
I forgot. Yeah, you're right. He is brain dead. I did forget he used all his brain power.
Those are not mutually exclusive.
But unfortunately, he is brain dead. Almost. I keep saying it, but he's not literally brain dead, but he's very, very close. Man, I wish I remembered things. I don't know what scene that is. It's literally every scene. It's about the sin of gluttony. You're right. Pooh is the most gluttonous mother freaker that I know. But be that as it may, like his lesson is to think about his friends. I don't even think in the context of this story that made a whole lot of sense, even at the end, because he could have had both. But I mean, he did. The only thing is he actually thought about his friends in any capacity. So, the more I talk about this, the more I want to give it a 1. But this is about story. It's about how it aged, and it does have a lot of charm to it. So I'd be willing to say a 3, but maybe a 2.
It's a 5.
No, it's not. No, absolutely not.
It's a 5 because
absolutely not a 5.
It's about being selfless over selfish.
No,
because the whole movie, Pooh was selfish and he was trying to have a snack and he was trying to have honey and he just kept messing everything up. He fell in the hole. He made everybody else fall in the hole. It was all a big mess. And then at the end, he said, "No, I'm gonna go help my friend because he needs this more than I need food right now." And so he was selfless, and he saved the day, and he also got his reward.
But Sydney, what if I told you he could have just eaten the food anyway, so it doesn't actually matter if he chose the food or not? What if I...
But he would have gotten the tail sticky.
He would not have gotten the tail sticky?
Did you see how much of a mess he makes with the honey? He literally dove into it.
He literally would just put his face in it and eat it.
And he'd get all sticky. And
but the tail's in his hand.
And it would
the tail's in his other hand. It's in his other hand. He has one full hand, Sydney. He just holds it with his
he's a
hand and
messy
eats it.
eater.
Not so messy to the point where it would just go all over the tail. And even if it did go all over the tail, we have water. Water is a thing. He would just wash it off. What?
And what if the tail floated downstream?
Because he only has 2 brain cells, so he would just let it go. You know, I wouldn't put that past him. That is something he would do. That is true. That is true. Hopefully they give us somebody more responsible, but that is true. Everyone is a bird on everyone else except the kangaroos. Yes, Greg. Thank you. That is true. And Pooh doesn't wash his hands. I'm pretty sure he doesn't even know what washing his hands is. Everyone is a burden on everyone else except the kangaroos. Actually, you know, maybe that's not fair. Because Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore are the most burden. Eeyore, not of his own volition, but Pooh, because he's just so annoying. Honestly, Tigger is too. Piglet's not really a burden. He's just scared. So it's not really burdensome. But no, it's not. This aging is not a 5. This does not age at a 5 standard.
But it's harmless.
You're right. It is pretty harmless, but it's not shooting. It's not shooting for the stars either.
Like a 4. Perfectly fine. It's got no like big
No,
life.
a 3 is perfectly fine.
But it's timeless and it's so charming and so cute.
That's why I'm giving it a 3. I would give it a 2. But I think because it's charming and because it does have like a timeless feel, that's why I feel like a 3 would mean it aged poor. Like there's like no change. No, I think of it more like a 3 is like it aged pretty consistently, like throughout time. Like, you know, it's kind of like maybe like a slant up. I'm not entirely sure, but it's like constant. But a 3 is not bad. So it doesn't have the extra layer it needs to be in order for it to be a 4 or 5. It doesn't have like the thing like Atlantis had where it's like or Mulan had where it's like, yeah, don't let don't let society tell you what to do. You can forge your own way. This is just, hey, think about your friends. I'm like, okay, come on now. That's not gonna. If there was just a little bit more meat, we could give before like, oh yeah, who was literally like, if I take this honey, but it would mean my friends don't get what they like need or something like that. So he truly has to care. Then maybe I would be generous enough to give it a 4 because that actually shows that he truly cares about his friends. But this he's like, oh, I could have had the honey, but nah, is it gonna really impact anything? Not really. So I can see what they're trying to do, but it does have a timeless feel. So that's what kind of balances it out to a 3.
But what if we make story a 5?
No, we're not. No. Story's staying at a 3. Story is locked in as a 3 forever. I will not budge on that at all. Literally at all. It's staying at a 3. And hey, look on the bright side. There are quite a few high scores here. There's a 7. I mean, we got some 5s. That's pretty good.
But one of those 5s is out of 10.
You're right. You're right. You're 100% right.
It should be a 10.
No, it should not. No, it should not. I saw those characters. Those are not 10 out of 10 characters. They're barely a 5. It's only 5 because I gave it a 3 and you gave it a 10. So I was like, all right, we'll brush it up.
But that's not in the middle.
You're right. It's not in the middle. You're right. But
and you didn't even consider my story.
I did. I did consider. What are you talking about? We told a story for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, but you didn't consider my score.
Did you say
you met me in the middle? For story, you didn't.
You're right. Because I truly do not believe. I use my dictatorship on that one, and I can only go up to a 3.
I don't like your dictatorship. I think story should be at least a 6.
No, no, absolutely not. Literally, literally zero shot. I will concede on many things as I have in the past, but this one I will not let go. It
Hey,
is not
I
a
roll
6.
over for you all the time.
Hey, I do too. I do too. It's a back and forth thing. But this is the one thing I cannot. I cannot.
I scream,
You scream.
but in text.
I do. You know what? You know what these guys look like? These guys look like the Raptors in Good Dinosaur or Disney's Dinosaur. Man, I remember that movie. I thought it was pretty
Yeah, an
good, to be
ass
honest.
movie.
It was. I thought it was pretty good. But you know what? You know, it's fine. It's fine. I understand. I understand. But for this one, but for how it aged, I feel like it's got to be a 3. If we're just looking at it objectively. Nah?
I want story at a 4.
No. No. We're not moving up to a 4. No. We're keeping it at a 3. And we'll give How Did It Age a 3 as well. All right.
Winnie the Pooh hater.
Winnie the Pooh. I gave it a fair shake. So if we
No,
count
you
up his
didn't.
points, we get 5, 10, 15, 17, 20, 22, 25. So Winnie the Pooh gets a strong 25. So it's not in Chicken Little tier. It's not in Brother. Oh wait, is it in? Wait. What did we give Chicken Little? What did we? Do you remember what we gave Chicken Little?
Probably too high of a score.
Hey, do you remember the number?
I do not.
Because this is either C or D, but I feel like it's C though. I
You
feel
should
like
just put it in C.
okay, all right. We'll put it right there above dit. We'll put it right there below dit. We'll put it right there at the bottom of C. I'm gonna have to go back and look up these numbers one of these days. So here are our placements so far. We put Mulan in S tier. I think it belongs there 100%. Atlantis in B tier. Honestly, a lot better than I thought. And Winnie the Pooh in C tier. If I could have got it lower, I would have, but
A disgrace.
no, absolutely not a disgrace.
Should be in B tier.
No. No, I don't want it anywhere near Brother
It
Bear.
really should, for bring Sydney joy. Something
Bring
that she lacks in this life, and Winnie the Pooh is the only thing that fills me with such joy.
What are you talking about? You love Beauty and the Beast. That brings you joy?
Yeah, but Winnie the Pooh is pure joy. It's what I watch when I'm sad.
It's pure concentrated. Wait, I thought Tarzan was your comfort movie.
Yeah, it's my comfort movie from like childhood. Winnie the Pooh is literally, if I am on the verge of crying, I will watch Winnie the Pooh so I feel happy again.
Oh my goodness. You and Winnie the Pooh are like this. You guys are you are super close. But I, on the other hand, am not.
He's my boy.
He is not my boy. But that is all we have for tonight with the with our tier list. I'm sorry we had to go like this. I'm sorry Winnie the Pooh had to be so low, but
You're not sorry.
I am, because I know how much it hurt, how deeply it hurts you. And I hate for my friends to be hurt. But sometimes that's just the way it goes. So I am sorry. The Pooh discussion was longer than honestly, it might have been. I don't know how long we were talking about Winnie the Pooh, but we were talking about it for a while. But thank you so much for being on, Sydney. You know, maybe we should have had Winnie the Pooh in the middle, so we didn't end on such a sad note for you at the end of that one. But hopefully next week should be better though, because I don't think I hate any of these movies quite like I did Winnie the Pooh. So these next few weeks will be pretty good. Well, we have 3 weeks left? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, maybe Actually, Sydney, are we doing? Do we know if we're gonna do 3, 3, and 2, or if we're just gonna do 4 and 4? Because we could
I
do
don't
4
really
and 4.
know.
Because we have 8 left. We could just do 4 and 4. Or did that sound like too much?
That seems like a lot.
Okay. All right. 3, 3, and 2.
These streams are already like almost 3 hours long.
They are. I know. We were literally going for like 2.5 hours, or like 2 hours 15 minutes or whatever. But that's fine. We just have a lot to say. We just have a lot to say about our favorite Disney movies, and I am glad that I could do this with you because you know about the Disney pipeline and lore and all that stuff. So I appreciate you for being on, Sydney. Thank you for debating with me.
Happy to be on. Unhappy that you hate poo.
Okay. All right. So next week we're gonna have some more movies for you guys, and thanks for being on, Sydney. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. See.
Oh no! Oh no! I cut off when she said "see ya." Oh no! Oh god! Oh god! She hates me. She hates me. I know she does. Oh no! I didn't know it'd be this bad. Oh no! But it had to be done, I guess. No, I'm not. I am not sex. What are you talking about? This is the second time me and Sydney's friendship has been rift. First was Good Dinosaur. Second is Winnie the Pooh. Man, it's rough out here. But maybe you guys can change it on your tier list. Because don't worry, guys. Here is your chance to right or wrong. As you guys know, you have your own tier list. So you can vote on Mulan, Atlantis, and Winnie the Pooh. Who hurt me? Yeah, but I like Dinosaur. No, it was Disney's Dinosaur. It was this one. All right, so let's see. We can get. Oh no, the poll. I'll bring it off there so it's not just like chilling. All right. So we have our poll. So for Mulan. So if you haven't done this before, all you have to do is type your answer S, A, B, C, or D. And you could also do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That also works. Mulan. So here we go. We're gonna start the poll now. Where are we gonna have Mulan, guys? Why do you have a tab with the time on it? It helps me know exactly when the it helps me know exactly when to start my timer for the stream because I like that stream start timer, and so I want it to be like exact. So this gives me like literal seconds. Oh, but it's on right now. There you go. There you go. Wow. Oh, okay. Yep. Yep. We're getting ones, and you know what? I 100% agree with you guys. I think this belongs in the one category. If anybody else is here and would like to vote, yes, please vote. Make your vote known. Make your vote known. Wizard demands it. Look at him. Look at him. He demands it. See? Look at him. He's demanding it. Vote. All right, all right. Oh yeah, there we go. We got another vote. Looks like he's a polar bear. He got a haircut just to hear your votes. It's true. I got him when we got him when I got his haircut. There were like different options for hair length, and I was like, I don't know. We'll give him a 3, a 4. I don't know. Next time I think I'll make it a little bit longer because I do think he looks better, a little bit foofier. But honestly, he looks good regardless. I love the way he looks. He looks great. All right, there we go, everybody. We have a clear S tier. Yeah, I think we all knew. I think we all knew where that one was going. Honestly. Next up, we have Atlantis. Ah, Atlantis, and then we do S, A, B, C, and D. Ah. Oh, what? Wait, what? What the? Okay. Wizard. Wait a second, dog. All right, here we go. Atlantis. If you haven't seen it, it's okay. You don't have to vote. But if you have, go ahead and make your vote known. Ooh, I see a 2 in there. Yo, Greg with a 2. I respect it. I respect it. Ooh, also Dan with the 2. I respect it. Yo, you guys kind of coming in with some respectful votes. Honestly, yeah, I think it does belong like in this tier of movie, in A or B. I think it's super duper solid. It definitely surprised me because I went into this movie thinking like, oh god, this is about to be so boring. Like I'm really about to watch this movie. Like, it surprised me. So honestly, I'm down for it. I'm down with it. Looks like it's a B. Good job, guys. That's what I like to see. So we got a B for Atlantis. All right, and if we have the final one, Winnie the. All right, you know, I'm just gonna do this. Let's see, S A B C and D. What are the options that you guys would have for Winnie the Pooh? Yeah, just imagine you don't hate the mole. Easy A. Honestly, it might have been A tier for me if the mole wasn't in there. I really hated the mole. And you guys are all... Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for siding with the voice of reason. Thank you. I normally say 3, but what, Adam? But what made you say 1 this time? I can only ever imagine. What made you say 1, dog? Go ahead. Share it with the class. Oh my goodness. I can't. There's no. I can't. There's no way. There's no way you guys truly believe this is a ratio plus L plus Pooh is. They're all literally lying. All of them. Maybe except Kennedy. All right. Everybody else is lying. Well, actually, well, City says she'd normally say 3. I can't believe it. Thanks, Tim. I'm done. But you know what? This is even my tier list. It's your guys' tier list. All right. This ain't even me. Although I don't agree. Oh, you said no Pooh was one unironically. Hold on a second. I wonder if it's here. Let's see. Let's do this real quick. What the? Oh no. Here we go. Oh no. This isn't what I remember. Is it? Hold on a second. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and watch this. I remember this being a banger. This is S tier. Is that it? Oh, it might be. Winnie the Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. It's so good. Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. Pooh Bear, Winnie the Pooh Bear. Oh, it's so good. Yo, it's such a banger. Wait. Wait, are there multiples? Wait, is this what I remember? Wait, I think this is what I remember. It's slightly different. It's ever so slightly different. I love it. I love the intro. It's very, very good. I will say the intro, just a banger. An absolute banger. Like honestly, you can't hate that opening, to be honest. You really can't. It's so good. But I feel like that's like a lot of like 90s shows, right? Also, does Disney hate it if you use intros from their cartoons? Do you get DMCA'd for intros? I feel like you don't. I feel like I want to listen to a lot of like cartoon intros, honestly. Wait, the Winnie the Pooh movie, Christopher Robin. I feel like I heard about that, but I don't know what it'd be about though. Is it an actual bear? There we go. Yeah, so that was a very, very interesting stream. Next week, don't worry, it'll be a lot less controversial. All right, hopefully, probably, we'll see. It's grown up Christopher Robin embracing his former child. Wait, so it's like, did he? Oh, it's because he probably grew out of his stuffed animals, right? So he probably starts, like, you know, remembering them, and that probably gives him life. Probably. That's what I assume. That's what I assume. I don't actually know. What the? I have enough joy in my life, Sydney. Okay, my life is filled with joy. Okay, you could probably name a bunch of things, and I probably like it. Go ahead. Just name a few things that have not already been made known that I hate, like Muppets or Winnie the Pooh. All right, other things that bring joy. You must not be depressed. I'm not. You're right. I am also not depressed. But I feel like I could find a few depressed people that said Winnie the Pooh is not good. I'm pretty sure I can find them. I'm sure they exist. Like, I feel like my take was not bad. It's the majority of this chat. You know, other people who aren't biased, of course, like you guys. You guys are all biased. We're depressed and love. Nah, you guys are biased. Oh no, Greg, you're strengthening their point. No, you can't strengthen. You can't strengthen their point. No, Greg, you should have stayed hidden. You should have stayed among the hidden. Y'all know about that book series. There is not a trend of depression in Winnie the Pooh. Alright, okay, there you go. Thank you for breaking the trend, Adam. Thank you. Is there nope. It's either you're depressed or not depressed. That's why you're a 3. Dang, you know what, Greg? That is a good point. That is a good point. You know, I guess I can't diss something. Some word. Oh, what? There we go. Yeah, like when it just didn't have any substance to me, man. I wanted it to have that that Disney charm Because like Disney does find a way to like charm me enough, like 9 times out of 10. But this time, like, there was just nothing. There was just nothing for me to get through. I'll think of a theme and let you know about next week. Oh, thank you so much, Sydney. Because your themes that you come up with are always so banger. You come up with great ideas every single week. I don't know how you do it. You should just watch the Paddington movies. I don't know who's Paddington. What is Paddington? Is he a person? Who's Paddington? All right, dog. I'm gonna put you down. Another little bear? Oh, I'm seeing. Oh, I see it. I see it. Yeah, I just pulled it up. Oh my god, why does he look so disturbing? Hold on a second. Oh, whoops. Let me pull it up real quick for you guys to see. Okay, yeah, we'll put this right up here. Why does he look so disturbing? Are you guys not seeing what I'm seeing? Oh, whoops. This guy is Oh, it just made it smaller. Okay. I didn't think it would do that. This does not look okay. Are you sure he's not disturbing? Wait, am I not crazy? Does this not look like not okay? Like what is this? Look at him. I feel like I'm going crazy. I feel like literally anything else. Hold on a second. I got you guys. Hold on a second. Hold on. This is what he looked like. This is what he looks like. This is essentially what he looks like. He looks like this guy. Bro, look at this. It's they are the same. Like, oh no. Like, oh my god. They are okay. All right, maybe he's not that disturbing, but they're definitely getting to a similar. Watch the trailer. All right, bet. All right, let's see. Paddington. All right, let's see. Let's check it out. Wait, hold on a second. Is this max quality? Can I? Okay. All right. I guess 720 is good enough.
Hello. I just need to add something to my home insurance policy. Well, what it is we have a guest for the night, a bear, and I just needed some extra cover for any yes, a bear.
Oh god, this looks
Grizzly, not particularly.
Does this not look disturbing? Am I crazy?
In the mornings.
What? Does this what? Please don't. Oh my god. Is he drinking it? What? And then he put his head in the... Oh my god. This is awful. Bro, this is... This is horrible.
Oh no.
Bro. What? This was supposed to make me like this movie? This was it? This is what you guys had? You guys said this was it. You guys said, yeah, man, watch the trailer. Yeah, 100%, 100%. All right, that is pretty funny, honestly. A dog. So he just stole somebody's dog. That was horrible. That was awful. That wasn't good at all. You should never watch. You guys told me to. You said, "Hey, watch the trailer." I was like, "All right, cool. Yeah, I'll watch it." And that's what we got. Unfortunate. Yeah, that was I need a palate cleanser. I need a palate cleanser. Let's see. We need a. I need this. Hold on, palate cleanser. After what I just watched. Sometimes crimes keep slipping through the cracks, but these two untrue. You're picking up the slack. Too big, no case, too small. If you need help, just call Bandale. Rescue range, Bandale. When in danger. Oh, this is so good. This brings my soul joy. Bandale. When in danger. Oh, it's so good. Bandale. Rescue range, Bandale. When in danger. Bandale. All right, that was a good palate cleanser. Let's see. All right, let's see this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm already not liking this. Are you guys ready for the yearly watch of Over the Garden? Oh, that was a good show. I like that show.
Like a party.
Come on, Pooh.
What should happen if you forget about me?
Silly old bear. I won't ever forget about you, Pooh. I promise. Not even when I'm 100.
We should be working this weekend, Robin.
But I promised my wife and daughter I'd take them away this weekend.
All hands on deck.
You won't be coming to the cottage.
Well, it can't be helped.
Your life is happening now, right in front of you.
What to do, what to do, what to do. What to do indeed.
Pooh?
Christopher Robin.
Oh no!
The tree I remember was in the countryside, not here in London. There's no opening.
I suppose it's where it needs to be.
That's a silly explanation.
Why, thank you.
Oh God, why does he look like this?
Yes, I need your help. I've lost all of my friends.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
That's the Kingdom Hearts plot. That's Kingdom Hearts.
It would appear that I am stuck.
Have you just eaten honey?
I have not just eaten honey. I wonder which way.
I always get to where I'm going by walking away from where I have been.
Do you?
That's the way.
Obi-Wan.
Hello, Eeyore.
Christopher Robin, it's you playing again.
Let's go and see if we can find Piglet.
I've already stayed far too long. Hello, everyone. So nice to see you all again.
Why, thank you.
Oh, why does Tigger look so old and grizzled?
About work. I was wrong about everything, and I've got to get back to my family.
Farewell, Christopher Robin. I would have liked it to go on for a while
What?
longer. Perhaps it's our turn to save.
So he just leaves? Are you a Star Wars? No.
You must
Well,
be Madeline.
I don't want to say no. I just haven't seen them.
Yes. Do you know where he is?
I have seen none of the Star Wars movies. So it's not that I hate it. I just haven't seen it. But I'm not really trying to.
Piglet.
If anyone wants to clap, now is the time to do it.
Oh, Oh, bother. Oh, dear, dear.
I don't remember being cheery.
Oh God, they did Tigger so
Nothing
dirty.
is Possible, but I do nothing every day.
God.
No, Pooh, that's not the... Oh, never mind.
All right, so that was kind of atrocious. I understand that it's trying to be a feel-good movie, but I'm gonna keep it a band with you guys. That didn't look too great. It did not make me want to go watch that movie. So you know what? We need a new palate cleanser. Let's see. Oh, actually, you know what? I got some. Another palate cleanser. Here we go. No, not that one. What is going on? There we go. I see you, Scooby-Doo. The train leads back to you. What's the Scooby-Doo? This song is so good. See you, Scooby-Doo. This train leads back for you. What's the Scooby-Doo? This song almost single-handedly probably got me into rock. Almost definitely. Or maybe a Sonic Adventure, actually. Here for you. What's the Scooby-Doo? We're gonna solve that mystery. I see you, Scooby-Doo. The trail leads back to you. What's the Scooby-Doo? Na na na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. What's the Scooby-Doo? Dang. Oops. Yeah, it's super unfortunate that Scooby-Doo is not a great series, to be honest. But that opening is a banger. Why is Atlantis playing? There we go. Yeah. So yeah, that trailer was not the hottest one, honestly. That did not like me like Winnie the Pooh more. As a matter of fact, it probably made me like it less. Honestly, it's kids' toys are bright in real life, and they just made it dark. Yeah, definitely not for me. But it's been an eventful day, guys. Oh, also, if you haven't already, please join the giveaway, free giveaway and stuff. You know, because you guys have been supporting me for so long. So hopefully, you know, one of you guys, you know, wins the giveaway. Super duper appreciate it. I appreciate all of your patronage. And tomorrow we're gonna watch the Pokemon. I'm gonna react live to the Pokemon Presents. So that'll be cool. Because I have in fact, or I will not watch it until I'm on stream tomorrow. And then we're gonna play more Bug Fables, and hopefully we can beat the clock. So we'll see. And no, I don't hate English Bears. No, not live. I'm gonna watch it later on, like later on in the day. I'm going to do a reaction. Like this is my live reaction. So no, I'm not gonna do it live because that'd be way too early. Yeah. So we're good. No, not 8 a.m. Okay, well, thank you all for tuning in. I super duper appreciate it. We got some good content out of this one. And yeah, with that, I will say good night, sleep tight. See you all tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST. Good night, guys. Later.